Sage Dental is here for you. Sage also offers same-day and next-day appointments, so you'll never have to wait for the quality care you deserve. And we work with most insurance plans. No insurance? Not a problem. Our Sage Care Plus plan can save you up to 65% on general or specialty dental care. Sage Dental, leading with innovation, centered on care. Call now to schedule your appointment. Call 800-633-5533. 800-633-5533. That's 800-633-5533.
My name is Attorney Bill Sansoni. You might know me as Dead Air Sansoni from the Ask the Dom show. I represent people accused in crimes in Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco, Manatee, Polk, and Sarasota counties. I also represent clients in federal court across the country. If you have been arrested or accused of a crime, call me, Bill Dead Air Sansoni, at 813-361-0874 or online at sansoni-law.com. Offices, Tampa.
Just when you thought the savings had ended, Crown Kia is back with extended year-end savings. All the best deals have been extended into January for one last chance to save. We have select new Kia models. 0% APR for 5 years. 0 down payment or 0 payments until spring. We don't want to see you in another dealer's Kia. Crown Kia, the better way to buy and service. Call 800-371-0942 for complete details.
Every day, 44 people in the U.S. die from a drug overdose. The majority of overdose deaths involve opioid use. Overdose deaths accelerated during the COVID-19 pandemic. Under Florida's Good Samaritan Act, you cannot be prosecuted for calling 911 to get help for someone who has overdosed. This is especially critical in emergencies where every second counts. There is help. Recovery is possible. Visit CFBHN for more information.
Central Florida Behavioral Health Network is a managing entity contracted with the Department of Children and Families.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that a happy place comes in many colors, like ones that inspire a sense of wonder, or a new flavor that makes life just a little bit sweeter, or one to celebrate those moments that lift you to new heights, at home or at work. We'll make your happy place your own. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Wondering if dangerous contaminants are in your home's water? Get Leaf Home Water Solutions today. We can't live without water, but we can take actions today to make it safer and healthier. Leaf Home Water Solutions is offering a free in-home water test. Just visit leafhome.com/free to schedule yours. With results from their advanced digital testing, Leaf Home Water Solutions can design a whole home system and expertly install it in as little as 1 day. With Leaf Home Water Solutions, you can feel confident that each drop of water from every tap and appliance is cleaner and safer for you and your family. We can't live without water, but we can take actions today to make our family's water safer with Leaf Home Water Solutions. Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off. leafhome.com/free.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
My name is Drew. Pronounced with the O.
It's in your face with Drew Garabo.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
see, most blokes are going to be playing at 10. You're on 10 here, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. You're on 10 on your guitar. Where can you go from there? Where?
I don't know.
Nowhere, exactly. What we do is, if we need that extra push over the cliff, you know what we do?
Put it up to 11.
11, exactly. One louder.
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
Live from the 102.5 The Bone Studios in St. Petersburg, Florida. It's Drew Garabo. Live.
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place.
You could say this is a horribly inappropriate song to begin Hockey Talks Night, live from the Benchmark International Arena for tonight's Tampa Bay Lightning game. You'd be wrong, because the great philosopher Seal said back in 560 AD or so, we're never going to survive unless we get a little crazy. Crank that up a little bit, Eric, and let's get into this show.
Does that make me crazy?
We're all a little bit crazy.
Does that make me crazy?
And if you're not, you're boring.
Does that make me crazy?
Also, if you're bored, then you're boring. The agony and the irony killing me. Good afternoon. My name is Drew Garabo, and I am inside Benchmark International Arena, as I just told you, for tonight's San Jose Sharks meets Tampa Bay Lightning. Big game tonight, big initiative tonight. Hockey Talks. We listen. It's all about getting those feelings out there that you don't want to keep bottled up inside, because if you do, they're going to fester into bad things. Now, I know what you're thinking right now. You're thinking, hey, what's the deal with Mo? Where's Maurice? What's going on with that? Well, I'm finna tell you, as soon as I remind you that we will give away 5 o'clock the word of the day that allows you to get $1,000 for doing nothing more than entering a word into an app. $1,000 just by listening to 102.5 The Bone 4 times a day, 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 2 p.m., 5 p.m., those 5 times a day, as I said, 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 2 p.m., noon, and 5 p.m. God, so glad Corey's here. Or am I? Shout out to everybody in the YouTube chat. You may not be able to look at us today. You're welcome. But you can interact. And I love going in there to see who's in there. Setting gets a couple hundred in there, and then a couple of them forget that they're watching the YouTube, so they stick around for our show, which I greatly appreciate. And sometimes I'll get to crowdsource a little bit of comedy, and sure enough, Matt Wooden in there said a gem when it comes to why Mo's not here and how this could be even Moier. You can find us on YouTube, by the way, by searching for our radio station. Hopefully you already follow us on social media, but yet another avenue that you can use to communicate with us, get with fellow people who both love and hate the radio station, sometimes simultaneously. They can't figure themselves out. But this isn't Radio Talks Night. This is Hockey Talks Night. And the reason that we're here is not because mental health is such an important issue to me. It is. Very important issue to me. I think acknowledging when you're struggling and finding the right people around you who will be honest with you yet uplift you at the same time, vital for serenity, fulfillment, personal growth, all those things. And I would love to lie to you and say that I penciled Hockey Talks Night on my calendar, made a note in my digital planner, said we got to do a broadcast for that night. But ladies, gentlemen, and others, that would be a lie to you. And I'm not here to fabricate. I'm not here to be a mentiroso. I am here to give you la verdad, la prada, the truth. And here's the truth. Last week, mi compadre Maurice said to me, hey, boss man, because that's what I make him call me. Hey, boss man, you think next week we might want to do another one of them Bolts broadcasts? Well, that's rather odd, out-of-the-blue requests, Maurice. Well, yeah, see, the thing is, show friend, estate attorney Patrick Smith, he's got himself a suite for that game. And he'd love to have the two of us rub our 4 elbows each, weirdly, with the people who are in there and make it a special experience for them. I said, well, geez, sounds like a lovely time. We haven't done a Bolts broadcast in a while. I'll send a little email to Steve Versnick with the Lightning, to John Brennan, to Mike O, and Mike Cernak, and see if we can make that happen for you, Maurice, because, you want to avoid the traffic of going down there for a game by doing a broadcast. By all means. Long holiday weekend. Would love to be back in studio where it's comfortable on a Tuesday that feels like a Monday. But, I'm an accommodating guy. I'm not beneath me to bequeath such a request. So I, of course, in my very agreeable way, said absolutely. Sure enough, boom, Steve Versnick, happy to have you guys back. You'll be outside section 106. Boom, Mike O. Yeah, got you board up. The very talented, reliable, underrated, and underappreciated Eric's going to help us out. Mike Cernak, boom, yeah, we got Corey Cardinal on that one. He'll be sitting in with you, making sure you're on the air, and he'll unintentionally give you about a half hour of content. Boom, we're covered all over the place, right? Tuesday morning, text message from Maurice. And when I say that this is the most Mo thing that has ever mowed to me, it is not hyperbole. This is the ultimate Mo. Because he didn't intend on this happening. You see, people think that, you can't spell mooch without Mo. That's what people say all the time if they were more clever, which they're not. This is one of those, these things only happen to Mo. This is not by Mo's design, which makes this, of course, even Moer. So something happened. Cold weather, rock, squirrel with the hell of a Tom Seaver arm, throwing an acorn. Something happened to crack a windshield at Casa de Mo. Now, Mo and his beautiful wife, I believe, they have 2 cars, 1 child at home. So there's a certain amount of communication that has to go into where that child goes, at what time, in what vehicle, etc. And a cracked windshield, by my math, makes a vehicle pretty much inoperable. You don't want to be driving around town, especially with a beautiful little baby girl in the back seat, toddler, with holes in your windshield or a cracked windshield. You don't want to be doing that. So Mo's got to get that taken care of. He tells me that the company that he contacted should have it ready by Friday. Which... that was Corey Cardinal. You'll hear more from him in a moment.
Sorry.
No, never apologize. I love having you here. Now, I have, unfortunately, a little bit of experience with such a windshield situation because driving across the Howard Frankenstein Bridge last year before last, my GTI was brand new at the time, couple months old, and a wayward series of boulders from a construction truck in town, still have their name, found their way from the bed of that truck onto the roadway, bounced up, and then, of course, annihilated my windshield. It just looked like a madman wielding an AR-15 had jumped out of a vehicle in Lebanon or someplace like that and just unloaded on my windshield. So I believe I got it fixed in a day. It might have taken me 2. So I'm hoping that Mo will be back tomorrow in time for work. But congratulations to Matt in the YouTube chat who said the one thing that could happen to make this even more Mo. And I truly hope Mo is listening because he will certainly agree that this is already one of the mowest situations that has ever mowed, but this one would be a little mower, if you will. I
have a feeling he's tuning in.
I hope so. Because to make this the most mow thing that has ever mowed, Mo would somehow find a ride to the arena after the broadcast is over so that Mo could then fill up on free food and beverages and possibly expensive bourbon from one Patrick Smith, attorney, who you hear Saturday mornings right here on 102.5 The Bone. So I previously thought that this was already ultimate level Mo. We had reached maximum Mo-tential. It turns out that there's an even more thing that this could be mowed with, and that would be, oh, man, Patrick Smith showed up at my house, and I happened to arrive at 6:25. What's going on? So I hope, in all seriousness, that his situation can get a little better. And in this situation, I was preparing the show at a nice high-top table, which is a nice change. This table really encourages proper spinal posture, so I'm really trying to take advantage of that and sit up straight and breathe through my it's either diaphragm or IUD or perhaps even rubber that you're supposed to breathe from, some sort of contraception. And it's really encouraging great back health and lung support. And I'm, oh good, Mo is listening, and he did. He gave me the one-eye winky face, and he'll tell you tomorrow. I'm not here to put him on blast, but he will tell you tomorrow why this happened to him. He knows exactly why, and I agree with him. Sometimes the universe just the universe is a crazy thing. Whatever mystical force, whether you believe in karma, serendipity, kismet, Jesus, aliens, dinosaurs, all of it, the universe works in certain ways. I believe the great poet Bono said she works in mysterious ways. And when Mo comes back tomorrow, he will definitely tell you why this happened to him. There is a concrete theory that he posited to me, to use one of his favorite words, and I was like, yep. That is exactly why this happened to you. So
makes sense.
Yeah, that it'll make a lot more sense tomorrow when Maurice joins me, and I'm so glad he's listening. So I'm sitting here and I'm going over the stuff to talk to. We're going to talk to Greg Wolf at 4:30 today, and I really hope that one of you out there, or unless you listen as a couple, which would be ideal, two of you have the evening free tomorrow to attend something that Greg's going to talk about, because he's going to be giving away a table to this event. And I'm not at liberty yet to say what it is, but it's super cool, especially if you're a big Bolts fan. Greg is the Bolts personality. He's Mr. Tampa Bay, Mr. Hustle. Love the hell out of the guy, the Pete Rose of the sports entertainment industry. And we'll talk to him at 4:30. We've got the young lady who's filling Gabby's new motherhood shoes on the television. She's doing a great job, and she wants to talk about mental health. We'll do that at 5. And then our good buddy, Dave Ransdorf, play-by-play hockey dude extraordinaire, will be coming by about 6, maybe 5:30. So I'm sitting here compiling, okay, I want to talk about soups. I want to talk about how I'm Team No Heat and how that's starting to really get some traction, and how it was kind of used by a local HVAC company, which I fully support as long as I get a share of the profits. And then Corey and I, like guys do, start talking about the weekend. And look, I don't like to bore people with my golf exploits on the radio or in person. That's what social media is for. You want to see the beautiful courses that I have the unbelievable, distinct pleasure and honor of playing because of what I do and who I know. By all means, Drew Garabo Live on the Facebook, Drew Garabo on the Instagram. You can see it there. I'm not here to bore my friends and colleagues about that in real life. But we're talking about the weather. And I mentioned that I wore thermal underwear yesterday for the first time in what felt like decades, as I had an afternoon tea time out in Brooksville, Florida, where northern, Hernando County, that tends to be a bit colder than you folks get down here in Hillsborough and Pinellas. So mentioning to him that I got the thermals on, that we finished up golfing past sundown, and it was chilly, and I spared him the fact that I who cares that I had 3 pars and a birdie. I would never bore you with that. I would never ask for platitudes, but I just never would I bring that up. It's certainly a rarity. And then Corey goes, yeah, we both golfed this weekend. And look, the Corey Cardinal that you all know now, that I see now in 2026, ain't the same Corey Cardinal that I knew back in 2011. That was a big listener of 97X, that for some reason, Danielle, who now has Elevate Studios in St. Pete and works magic sometimes. I don't know when or if. She's
over the weekend.
Thank you guys.
Weekends.
Thank you both. I'm a good friend of hers and have no clue about her work situation. And so
neither does she.
It was a different Corey Cardinal back then. Danielle saw something in him and was like, yeah, his kid's a producer for the A. He seems to know the 97X. And the next thing you know, he's Michael Oliveira's right-hand friggin' man. The dude has had an unbelievable career path.
That arc is, it's insane.
It is nuts to become to be a fan. And then to be now not only embedded in the building, but responsible for the big events we do, the Calta tailgates of the world, the friggin' stuff, the truck events that we did. Like, Corey is called upon and answers the call every single time. I think Mike O will certainly tell you that. So, you've been working out, you've been getting in that gym, getting swole, as John Senning likes to say. Yeah. And I'm like, look at that. This man has continued to evolve as a gentleman, and he's taken up the gentleman's pursuit of golf. My God, what a beautiful thing. So I said, Corey, where'd you play? He just kind of looked. He's a very mysterious man, very blank expression, hard to read, Corey Cardinal. But I could see there was something, like almost a mischievous gleam in his eyes. And I said, what? Where'd you play? Did you play country club in Tampa? Did you hit Mangrove Bay in St. Petersburg, the Vinoy? Was it, did you go out to Stream Song? My God, what a paradise. He said, I played hippie golf. I said, you did what? Because, look, I'm not averse to hippies per se. I like to say if I don't have to smell them, we're fine. That unique blend of patchouli, body odor, and weed. So what do you mean, did you go up to Woodstock, New York and play 18 up there? He said, well, no, I played disc golf.
I feel like everybody just went, oh.
When I say that I don't get offended by things, people are like, oh, you liar, you don't like the R word. No, I don't like the R word. That doesn't mean it offends me. There is nothing that offends me. I wish there was stuff that offended me. I would feel like way less wrong of a person for my thoughts and my words if things offended me. I would worry about the impact of my words on other people. I wouldn't use certain words. I wouldn't go right to a default humor when deaths happen. I would be a much better person if I was offendable. I'm inoffensible. Except we took 20,000 steps yesterday because we're not in golf carts. We got push carts through the elevation of Brooksville. Now, granted, three great guys and me sharing conversation, getting to know Chef David Benstock from Il Ritorno on the golf course, my buddy Frank, my buddy Donnie, the very picture of endurance and good vibes through adversity. But we took 20,000 steps playing golf. We exercised our muscles in our hips, in our arms, in our backs, in our legs, feet, for God's sake, playing golf. Corey Cardinal, you threw perfectly good discs into trash cans 18 times.
It was a great 18 holes, I will say that. No, it was beautiful.
What you call a hole, I'm jumping all over your vernacular. There is no hole in what you do. And I like to say, if there ain't no hole, there ain't no goal. That's one of the things I say all the time. Ask anybody that knows me. You've got a chain link trash can that you are flicking your wrist and throwing a plastic disc into. There's no hole.
I wouldn't say trash can, more of like a collection a collection bin, I guess, or not even a bin. It was a collection unit, a metal device. There were chain links, yes. To catch them.
That so satisfying, racist sounding chink as the frisbee. That's just onomatopoeia, folks. Don't write letters. As the frisbee, if you're using a Whammo flying disc, finds its way into the can. You played 18 cans yesterday. You can't even say you played 18 holes, let alone say you played golf.
I will say we didn't walk as much as you, but we did walk about 5,500 to 6,000 steps. So it wasn't too bad.
That's cool.
I hit my steps.
Dude, that's great. Hitting your steps while playing trash can frisbee, that's awesome. That is I encourage it. It was a beautiful, crisp day. You're a hero for even getting out there. Don't call it golf.
Well, I will say on the approach, the approaches are about the same. Okay. So we are using the same muscles: our backs, our arms, our legs, our feet. We got to plant. We got to pivot. We got to rotate. You got to do it all. There's lift. There's drive. There's tilt, angle.
There are similarities in your activity and my sport. There are things in common that your pastime has to do with my sport. Certainly, they are not foreign to each other.
Are you against foot golf as well?
Kicking a soccer ball into a...
Is it not the same?
Please. I got to...
We need your help on this.
I got to get Greg to mediate this conversation we're having. God, that is a sharp-looking jersey.
That is so great.
Wow, that is an awesome jersey.
Hello, boys.
How you doing?
Those are nice shoes. It kind of matches my jersey.
Thank you. Yeah, dude. Is that a Hockey Talks jersey?
This is the Hockey Talks jersey. Thank you to Victor Hedman because he let me borrow it. So, these will all be auctioned off. At the end of tonight's game, the boys, they'll sign them, and they'll be up for the auction on the Lightning Foundation. So I wish I could keep this one, but obviously it's about the cause. It's not about me rocking it. Obviously, I want to show it off to the fans so they can see how beautiful this thing is, and then it'll be available for auction. Victor will sign it, and he'll give them away. But the hats are available. You can get these, obviously. If you guys have been seeing Victor Hedman the last few weeks, especially today and all the media stuff for the Stadium Series, rocking the No Solo hats. Obviously, the brand gives back a portion of their proceeds to the mental health awareness causes as well. So you'll see us all rocking the goods here this evening.
Wouldn't it be great, Greg Wolf, if some philanthropist out there was the high bidder on the Victor Hedman Hockey Talks jersey autographed and then said, it looks so darn good on Greg Wolf, and he busts his $$sign for them Tampa Bay Lightning in-game. Go ahead and keep it, Greg.
That would be fantastic if anybody's out there. And it's going to be game worn, so I don't know if that adds to the mystique of it, but that would be fantastic, man. I would love to keep this jersey, but I'm not. Somebody out there will keep it, though.
All right, before we get into what's going on, here's what you walked into. So Corey and I are talking about our weekends and whatnot, and I walked 18 holes yesterday out at Cabot Citrus Farms out in Brooksville with the buddies. Great time. And Corey says, I'll give you the short version if people listening like, yeah, we just heard this a-hole. Corey says, yeah, I played golf too. Disc golf.
Oh, okay. Not the same, but still a physical activity.
Right. We still walked a bunch.
Ain't no ballpark neither, as Samuel Jackson said in Pulp Fiction. To call it golf is just such an insult to the centuries-old tradition of the gentleman's pursuit of playing golf with then persimmon sticks. Now some titanium goes on.
Sure.
Call it trash can frisbee, Greg, because that's all it is. You're taking a frisbee and you're throwing it into the trash can.
It is similar to the game called Can Jam, which we had with Killorn and McDonough when they first united here. If you guys don't remember that, we did the McDonough-Killorn Can Jam.
Oh, yeah. There was like a charity event.
Sparkman Wharf, which is basically you throwing a frisbee into a circular object like a trash can. It's kind of like cornhole, but with frisbees in big circular tubes, basically.
Yeah.
So I guess you could call it a can. But the golf aspect is you're trying to get something into a hole, but it's not a hole, so I can kind of see your argument there. But then, what about soccer golf, where you're doing the same concept, but you're using a bigger hole, but it's the same. You got to kick it that many yards.
Soccer, anything else but golf. Calling it golf when I've played foot golf before.
Okay.
It's a good time. For those of us who like kickball and never grew up.
So what would you call it?
I don't know. Anything other than golf. That word bothers me.
Okay, so I'm with both of the sides, but I think if you're going to come up with another name for it, it has to be synonymous with what golf stands for, but it could be another name. I'm good for that as well. But everybody has to put their input on what it should be called.
I'm trying to equate it to, you have hockey and then you have street hockey. It's the game of hockey, but you're playing it on a different field. You're playing with different equipment.
You're not wrong.
Right.
But you ask the 98% of those dudes from various countries in the NHL if street hockey is hockey, and I think you'll get a very terse response, young man. Nah, fam.
Also, if I may say, this is the first time I played. Yesterday was the first time I played. So I will definitely be back, because the dude, he gave me a whole bag of all of his, I don't know if they're old frisbees or whatever, but he was like, here, take it. He's like, you and your son go have fun. Truly, it was a blast.
Listen, there is
my birthday weekend.
Awesome.
It was awesome.
There's a disc course, if you will, at Picnic Island. Right there along the waterway. So if you want to talk about a beautiful course, that's a nice one to go check that out. It's right over there.
Course is a little bit bothersome. Reason number 8042 why I never can do Greg Wolf's job or would want to is because the segments that definitely aren't pre-prepared where you ask someone a trivia question for a prize.
Sure.
I always get it right. And
a lot of the time. We've had a few wrong ones this year.
Of course.
Like a few, yeah.
So you say. And so the reason at 8042 why I could never do that is because I would ask them, do you remember the name of the charity event where people threw frisbees and someone would go can jam, and then I go, I can jam, and then John, Franzioni would just freak out, and I'd be banned from the building forever.
One and done.
That would be done.
Understood.
So let's talk Stadium Series.
Yeah.
You were out there. I saw it on social media today. You're on the ground level of an event that still I'm trying to justify the NHL's ticket prices on it, because this isn't one where the Bone has a lot of tickets because it's an NHL-controlled thing, and one where the Bolts got a lot of tickets because it's an NHL-controlled thing.
Right.
So I'm just like your average everyday fan on Ticketmaster going, Nelly.
So,
tell me why I should spend that money, what you saw today.
So, well, again, I have been privileged to have now been a part of 5 of the outdoor games from the NHL, from the Heritage Classics to the Winter Classics to the Stadium Series. I've hosted, this will actually be my 11th NHL event that I've been a part of, but as far as outdoor games go, this will be the 6th.
Wow.
I'm not actually hosting the game itself. Because I have been asked to host all the hype and fan fest leading into the festivities.
Nice.
As kind of like the precursor hype to kick off the game. So as much as I would love to be hosting the game as well, but I'm doing the fan fest stuff basically from 1 o'clock until 6:30. So like I can't be in 2 places at once. Plus Kobe and I have been doing stuff for the block party, and we have things in the works. So don't be mad when you're like, why is Greg Wolf not hosting the game? Because Greg Wolf is doing other things that the league has asked him to do. Now, Greg Wolf has also hosted this event in other people's cities as well. So, again, I am not
You're
mad
not the boss of my anger. I can be angry if I want to.
You're allowed.
I'm mad angry.
Fans can be mad all you want. I'm just trying to justify that they did ask me to do stuff. So it's not like the league's like, kick that guy to the curb. I am doing stuff. I am involved. Like you said, today I was there on location getting to see the build from the ground level. And it's going to be unlike anything you've ever seen, just because you have not seen this ever in this area. It has never happened before. And people for years have said you'll never play outdoor hockey in Florida, and now it's going to happen. The crazier part about it is, and I will tell you, the reason why we were at the stadium today is Kobe and I were recording an episode of the Bolts Block Party. That will air tomorrow. I'm not going to hide it. It's not like it's a player. It was with Derek King, who is the NHL Vice President of Operations for all of these ice bills. This is his 33rd outdoor game. So he started in 2011 in Calgary, and he has done every single one of these. And all the challenges from, we talked about the issues they had in Lake Tahoe and what the weather situation. And he said, weather does not bother us. We have been preparing for this. We have brought in the meteorologists, the engineers. They have done everything they can for years. They have been planning to get this right. And now it looks like the weather is going to literally be like absolutely perfect for hockey outdoors, because I think the high that, like, I'm looking ahead on Paul Delegato's forecast, and it looks like we're going to be at that time for puck drop, it could be in the lower 50s at that time. And that is absolutely perfect for hockey weather in any state, let alone Florida. So to be able to watch hockey outside at Raymond James Stadium, to watch our team, the spectacle that's going to go along with it, the fact that they are fully embracing the city of Tampa. They chose Gasparilla Weekend. It fully embodies our pirate and Gasparilla spirit. It's going to be something that you may not see again for God knows how long, because there is a rotation now, right, of these stadium series and winter classics, but it's constantly going to new places. So it's probably not going to be back here for who knows how long.
Yeah.
So that should be the justification. Number one, our team is playing out of their minds right now, a 13-game win streak, leading into what's heading into the Stadium Series. So you got one of the best teams in the league. We're playing magically right now. You're going to be an outdoor a fan in a stadium outside. Like, those are enough reasons to say, you know what, I'm going to pony up. I'm going to get the money. And the good thing is, too, because I was there today talking to Kobe about this, as we looked around the stadium, as opposed to when he played at Fenway Park. And I walked around Fenway Park during the Winter Classic to see the seating sight lines. And I'm like, in some of these seats, I'm like, you can't see anything. So why are you here?
Right.
They don't care. They want to be a part of the event itself because it is a spectacle. At Raymond James Stadium, there is not going to be a bad seat in the house. Even at the ground level, the lowest seat closest to the field, you still have enough of a sight line that you will be able to see kind of down into the ice. There's no obstructed seats in Raymond James Stadium. So the 300 level, even though that's probably the cheapest ticket that you're going to find, is going to be a great vantage point to watch this game. So don't, if you're on the fence because, even the 300 level ticket's X amount of dollars, you're going to get to watch all of the excitement and a Tim McGraw concert in the middle of all that as well. So
X equals $282.50, kids. In case
okay,
you're not,
so
in case you're not
is that the cheap? Is that like the last
I'm
seat
taking
on
Master
the
right now. That is as of this morning.
To me, that is worth it to be able to experience a once-in-a-lifetime game outside in Florida with your Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yeah, I'm going to pull the trigger eventually.
You should.
I will. It's going to be day of or closer, and unless someone's going to go like, boom, here's a pair of tickets.
That or the fact that if you do have scalpers outside that haven't sold tickets, at that point they're stuck with tickets. They're going to need to unload. So you could hold out. And what do you need to miss? If you missed the first 7-8 minutes of the game, it's not that big of a deal. You're still going to watch the rest of it. So.
Yeah. You mentioned the block party.
Yes.
And there was a really cool event that our listeners can be a part of.
So I'm glad you brought that up, Drew, because the Bolts Block Party live shows that we've been doing at the Cigar City Tap Room right here at Benchmark International Arena, every time we put these shows that go up for sale, they sell out within a matter of hours. Of course. And understandably, because we're bringing you the biggest names on the team in a up-close and personal opportunity just to chit-chat and just to hang out and ask questions. So we put this last one up last week, and it sold out literally within like 11 hours.
Wow.
We were sold out. And so we kind of anticipated that was going to happen. So we put up the next show a week later, which is the 28th, which is also sold out. So I said to Versnick and the crew, I said, listen, I'm going to be hanging out with Drew Garabo today. Is there any way possible for tomorrow night's sold-out block party with a to-be-named guest, which I will only say this, and I'm not going to let you John Senning me pull it out of me.
Nope.
Because he got me last time, that son of a gun. We do have a person tomorrow night who has never been on the block party. And I'm not looking you in the eye because I don't want you to know. So, with that being said, I would like to give away a high top for 2 individuals to come to tomorrow night's live taping of the Bolts Block Party at the Cigar City Tap Room. Thanks to High Lie IPA, Drew Garabo.
Wow.
You get to choose however you would like to give that away on your program. I don't have to be here for it. You can do whatever the heck you want. But you, my friend, have the only table left in the city to give away to the Block Party Live tomorrow with, again, somebody who has never been on the show. That's all I'm going to say.
So in order to make sure that it's an actual real person that wins it and that they can go, because we find that people just like winning stuff on the radio.
Sure.
Often they don't even know what they won. You'll get through the whole winning process and they're like, well, hey, what is it? Tomorrow? I can't make tomorrow night.
No.
If you can make it tomorrow night.
7 o'clock.
7 p.m., Cigar City Tavern, right here at this beautiful Benchmark International
Right there
Arena.
on Fort Thunder Alley. Cannot miss it.
If you can make it.
Yes, if you can.
Go to the Drew Garabo Live Facebook page right now.
Okay.
I just happened to promote Greg's appearance with a photograph of Greg on Hockey Fights Cancer Night holding up my name.
That's right.
Share that post. And when you share it, pick me to go to the taping of, or however
Bolts
you
Block
want
Party
to
Live.
word it.
Yeah.
If you want to tag Bolts Block Party Live in that, great. I will go through those. I'll find an actual qualified individual.
Dig it.
We'll get your name, and you'll witness greatness in broadcasting happening at the Cigar City Tavern, where Greg, Kobe, and someone who has never, let's see, he's had Vazzy, surprisingly enough.
Yep. Listen, why are you trying to John Senning me right now, dude?
Has he had John Cooper? Has he?
Yes.
Okay, all right, so it's not.
There's a lot of guys that, well, let's be honest.
Yep.
There's a lot of guys right now on this team that are newer guys.
Right.
We've had a few of them already on the block party, so if you've been paying attention this season, you know who's been on already and who hasn't.
Oh, hey Corey, you think Kucherov's been on? You think Kuch?
I don't.
You think he's been on the? I mean, he doesn't seem like a block party guy. He just doesn't. Seems like I only like to play hockey guy when I'm not playing hockey, even when I'm on the bench.
He's trying to John Senning.
I'm not happy.
I'm not looking at you.
There's no way they go to Kuch and he goes, yes. I would love to not play hockey and go sit in with third leg Greg.
You talk like the Count?
I am old
Definitely
school. So
what's his name? Jason. What's his name from? You just did
Siegel?
that. Yes. What was that movie?
Yeah,
I love
it was Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Dracula's Wedding.
Yes.
Everything. He is
You
a
did that
genius.
really good, though.
Yeah, thank you.
You did that
I
very
grew
well.
up watching The Count. All right,
so
that's
give
how
that
you
away.
win. Go to the
Yes.
Drew Garabo Live Facebook page. Share the photo with Greg.
Yes.
Tag Bolts Block Party Live.
Yes.
Tag whatever you want. Just say, Drew, pick me.
Yes.
I'll pick one of yous, and
One
you'll
of
go to
yous.
watch that. Now,
Yes.
we've really buried the lead here because our Tampa Bay Lightning, as you mentioned, with a 13-game point streak.
Yeah.
We took one to OT and lost it to end the winning streak. But if you munch a point out of that,
Okay, so be it, man.
this team is red hot, and they banged up to heck.
That's the thing I think that most people are surprised about was when you heard that Ryan McDonough is going to be out. You heard that Victor Hedman is having elbow surgery. We haven't seen Emil Lilleberg since he was on his uptick and he got injured. Braden Point was out of the line. It's just been a nonstop, just revolving door of injuries. But the D-core was the biggest concern. We're like, oh gosh, all of these future Hall of Famers are not playing. What's going to happen? And what has happened is what you're seeing is absolute greatness from these young guys on the blue line stepping up in ways that we could not have seen coming when the season started. And they have stepped into this role. And again, it is an absolute testament to the coaching staff, the guys that are down in Syracuse that have these guys ready to rock. They've told every guy we've had up on the block party that has come up from Syracuse, and the same traditional statement that they all say is we're prepared because the system that we're learning down there is the same system that we have here. So when we're slotted to come up, we fill that role because we know the system. Obviously, it takes a little while to get some continuity with the guys, but at the end of the day, they're familiar with what they're coming into. It's not like they're coming in blindsided. So now you're seeing the continuity because they've gotten reps and they've gotten more experience, and the confidence is at an all-time high right now, and it's remarkable to see. It's so much fun to watch right now.
And what you mentioned, I think, is the most underappreciated element of it is our farm system and how you have to, in that role, get your dudes ready to go. And not only have they gotten ready, can you imagine a day you go to play minor league hockey and they're like, oh, hey,
by the way,
they need you down in Tampa Bay tonight.
Right.
And then you go in, and all of a sudden you're on the same line as Yanni Gord.
Right. You're like, what is happening right now? But you can't. And some of those guys, have you been starstruck? Like, because I'm playing with Yanni Gord tonight, and I'm going up against Sidney Crosby. It's like, what is happening? And sometimes they are, but then they say they just automatically zoom in, get focused, and remember that they have a task and a job to do. And so, yeah, but again, they're coming up and they're showing that they are absolutely ready.
Two things I think that have also contributed to this little streak we're on right now, is obviously Cooper's coaching, like his constant ability to game plan for games, to discipline every player.
Sure.
Unbelievable. And the physicality with which these Tampa Bay Lightning are playing. You haven't seen a group around Cooch in a while that is not only ready to fight, they want to fight. These guys want to get out there and punch some
And
dudes.
I think that's a great point that you brought up. I think that grittiness, that chip on our shoulder, that you're not going to come around and push us around anymore, especially when it all kind of teetered over from the preseason with the Florida Panthers. I think the grit that you're seeing, when you're starting to see guys like Jake Gensel, throwing down and protecting his not only himself but his teammates. You're right. The gritty factor. You're not going to push Tampa around like these guys. And like, look at Scott Sabourin. Like, that guy's a maniac, right? He's a maniac.
Yeah.
Even like Spin Chicklets, like, that dude is unhinged. So like, that's what we need. We need guys to go, you're not going into Tampa and think you're just going to push these guys around. And guess what? They're coming into our house now on the road, and they're pushing us around because our road record is astounding, which has been the 180, I think, has been the biggest surprise, is how well they're playing on the road.
No question.
So, yeah, man, it's a good time for Bolts Nation. And like I said, we're heading into another little stretch here on the road, and then we come back, and then you're going to have the Olympic break, which is going to be interesting. Obviously, you want to be on a hot streak heading into the Olympic break, and we have the most players in the National Hockey League that are representing from one team for all the different countries. We have the most players playing in the Olympics out of all the teams in the National Hockey League, which is remarkable to say that. But what does the team nucleus look like after that 3 weeks, right? That's going to be the telling aspect, is do we get all the guys healthy back, right? Now, if you get Victor Hedman, you get Ryan McDonough, you get all these guys back, Braden Point, you get these guys back. Now what?
Right.
What do the lines look like? Who goes up? Who's down? Because it's like, holy crap. And I think people have also forgotten about Connor Geekie, who's absolutely destroying it down in Syracuse.
Yeah.
Mitchell Chafee, guys that, like, we just didn't have room for you up here because these guys. So, that, like, again, we are so deep right now, it's only going to get to be a puzzle piece at this point where you've got so many good things happening when everybody comes back healthy. It's going to be scary, man. It's going to be awesome for us to see that.
Yeah, and if there is an upside to all the D injuries that we've had, it's a guy like Darren Radish who has not only shown, my God.
Bald Eagle, brother.
Holy cow, is he playing some hockey right now.
He is, I think, the anomaly across the league from what I've been seeing, that he's the one guy that everybody's like, holy crap, the Bald Eagle has just been awakened. And like you said,
nickname.
the role, I mean, he is. He's the Bald Eagle, and he's been awakened. And like you said, to get more time to play, stepping up in that role when he may have started a little slow, which is just, again, a testament to the rest of the guys that are around him. But man, that dude's he has the hardest shot in the league right now. He's hitting like 100 plus every single game, it seems. So having a guy like Radish stepping up and playing the way he's playing, again, I just think it's fueling the fire for the rest of the squad right now. It's awesome to see.
I just put my radio hat on and realized that Eric is freaking out.
Oh, he really is.
He literally 25 minutes
Sorry,
late
Eric.
from the last break. It's totally my
love
fault.
you, dude. We're in a good combo.
It's all my fault.
Dude.
Sorry, my bad. So before we let you go,
yes, I gotta go.
Hockey Talks Night.
Yes.
You and I are both guys, I think, who approach life with a lot of gratitude and a positive attitude. But we're also guys who aren't afraid to get real. Like when something's on our mind, when something's really welling up, you've got to have those people around you that you can vent. Otherwise, you can find yourself in a really, really troubling headspace.
100%. And that's kind of what it's about tonight is that, mental breakdowns happen to all of us. We've all been in a space before where you just feel like down and out and depressed. Like we've all been there. And I think that the platform that hockey players have, especially because of the immense pressure that they're always under, and, those guys deal with a lot of injuries and personal things going on in their lives and they're away from their families. Everybody's dealing with something. And I think that's really the message here is that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to say, listen, I'm not doing so good and I need to talk to somebody. Don't have to feel ashamed about it. There's no more stigmas around the word mental health. And I think that's all part of what tonight is about, is to take that stigma and throw it away and say, listen, it's okay. We're all human beings. We've all been here before. We're all here to help each other, lift each other up in the worst of times, and that you have family. Our Bolts Nation, we are a family. We will always stick together. We're approachable. We're here, and it's the message that resonates throughout the entire evening, and so that's what it's all about. And you'll see it. You're going to feel it. It's going to be an emotional night. If you're coming to the game, please grab a Hockey Talks card, because we're going to recognize those that are in the struggle currently, those that we've lost, kind of like Hockey Fights Cancer Night. It's very similar, but it's all about the stigma and just eradicating what people think about mental health.
You're the man.
Appreciate
really
you
good to
guys.
see you again.
Absolutely love you, boys.
Thank you. Love you
Corey,
back.
appreciate you.
And we'll be right back with more from the Benchmark International Year. Sorry, Eric.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. The JP featured cut of the day. Listen right now on the 102.5 The Bone app. Sponsored by JustCallMo.com, Tampa's injury attorney. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Still dealing with that accident on 275 North near downtown Tampa with the exit around Ashley. There's an accident with the 3 right lanes blocked. But now there's also a disabled vehicle on I-275 north of Del Mabry with the right lane blocked. So, come on, people, it's too cold to be dealing with this kind of traffic right now. We all want to get home and have dinner, so, do better.
A lot of people, when they come in, they'll say, this is my last hope. The next step is getting them in the right arch supports. Our goal is to have that long-term change for them, to see someone that is in pain. I change things for them. See how we can help you with a free fitting at the Good Feet store.
I used to talk about the weather as small talk. Now I talk about McValue deal days at McDonald's. A 4-piece Chicken McNuggets Happy Meal for just $2.99 on Sundays? I'm chit-chatting about it. 6-piece Chicken McNuggets for just 99 cents on Wednesdays. Catch me yapping all day, dude. I'm not even mad about it. You want deals? You need the app. Get 99-cent McNuggets and a $2.99 Happy Meal only in the app. These deals will definitely give you something to talk about. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Valid Sundays and Wednesdays in January and February at participating McDonald's. Valid once per day. Must opt into rewards.
Hi, I'm Ray from Sun Toyota of Newport Richey. Start your new year with a new truck.
Or shop everything under the sun.
Everything. Including new Camrys, Corollas, RAV4s, and more. Drive a new Tacoma for $289 per month, with 4-year maintenance included.
Because when you make it Sun Toyota of Newport Richey,
we make it happen.
Sun Toyota of Newport Richey.
Call 800-632-8895 for more details.
Transform your backyard with a black aluminum fence from Fence Outlet. For only $125 a month, that's less than $5 a day. Fence Outlet will install a 120-foot aluminum fence that turns any yard into your own oasis. Visit fenceoutlet.com for details. License number C-10252.
It's time for a clean slate at Crown Honda. We're clearing the lot of all past year's Honda models. Like a new Honda Civic LX, just $219 a month. Or a new Honda Accord LX, only $209 a month. But hurry, the clean slate sale runs this month only. Online at crownhonda.com. The better way to buy and service.
Call 800-722-6439 for complete details.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. My best advice to you when hiring a lawyer for your injury case is simple. If you know court personnel, ask them who they'd hire. They know. If you know an insurance adjuster, ask them. They know. And then ask them about us. Ask them about Morgan & Morgan. They know. I look forward to talking to you soon. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, for the people. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Ugh, time to clean out the gutters again.
But I don't want you climbing that ladder.
Time to call Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection company. Leaf Filter's trusted pros will not only clean your gutters for you, they'll realign and seal your gutters and install Leaf Filter. With Leaf Filter, you'll never have to clean out your gutters again.
Wait, never again?
Never again. Because Leaf Filter's surgical-grade stainless steel micro mesh is fine enough to block even tiny debris like pine needles and pollen while still letting rainwater flow through. Leaf Filter works so well, it's backed by a lifetime warranty. Plus, when you go to leaffilter.com/block, you'll get a free gutter inspection and up to 30% off.
Wow. So no more climbing that ladder.
How do I sign up?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/block for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/block for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/block.
Whether it's day or night, hot flashes due to menopause can be unpredictable. That's why there's Veoza, a prescription treatment proven to reduce the number and severity of hot flashes day and night that can start working in as early as 1 week. Based on clinical studies measuring efficacy at 4 and 12 weeks, individual results may vary. Talk to your healthcare provider about what this may mean for you. For moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms or hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause, Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to Veoza.com. That's VEOZAH.com. Paid for by Stellus Pharma.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Ahoy, Tampa! Party like a pirate at 102.5 The Bones Kegs and Eggs pregame at McDitton's. January 31st, starting at 9 a.m. Free breakfast, beads, live DJ, and your first Michelob Ultras on the house. No cover until 11 a.m. 21 and up. It's Gatsby 2026. Be there or walk the plank.
If you've been injured, we're prepared and ready to help. Call Farah and Farah anytime.
Tampa.
You could win a new Corvette C06 at the Strawberry Festival from Stingray Chevrolet, the best Corvette we've ever raffled. Tickets still just $5. Enter online at stingraychevroletraffle.com.
Stingray Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Sun, Toyota.
I'm Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul Delgado. A few clouds overnight and still cool, but the warming trend is underway. We'll see a low about 48. Mixture of clouds and sunshine coming up on Wednesday. A much warmer day with highs in the afternoon in the mid-70s.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Drew Garabo Live.
It's a great song. Great message. Everyone knows him from Kiss from a Rose, but before that, he had this dreamy little ethereal number called Crazy. He's Seal. Seal Klume. Seal Klume. What a jam. I have really, there's no just good way to say this, screwed myself when it comes to the chronology of today's program. So listen up for the bonus keyword that could win you $1,000 for doing nothing more than entering a word into a mobile application. There are many more arduous tasks one would have to accomplish to win $1,000. That's for sure. I certainly spent my time in a little tee back on Nebraska Avenue proving that point. You need do nothing more than download the 1025 The Bone app. And boom, you enter in that keyword 5 times a day. 8, 10, noon, 2, 5. And then next thing you know, you're getting a call from a strange number you don't recognize. Of course, you're picking it up because while you indeed may be skeptical, you're open to the fact that it might be our prize patrol calling you, driving around looking for a winner, locating them through radar, it's sonar if we need to.
LiDAR.
And any kind of DAR, gaydar.
Yeah.
And then boom, hey, is this so-and-so? Yes. Did you enter the 1025 The Bone bonus giveaway? I did. Well, then let me tell you, you've got yourself $1,000. What's a station that does it for you? 107.3 The Eagle. Thank you. Good day. That's how that's going to go down. So
exactly.
Listen up, and you could be entering that keyword in just 3 minutes' time. Eric, I'm sorry. I just looked down during the break and saw that you had text messaged me to say that there was a Ryan on line 1. I can only hope that he is. Okay, good. I was immediately overcome with guilt and thought, if this guy's still holding, we should definitely go to him. But yeah, if people do bizarrely call throughout the afternoon, just hit me by text and we'll maybe get to him, maybe not. I really see phone calls as optional when we're on site anywhere, here at a Bolts game, at a Reggae Rise-Up or so. It's just nice to get out, promote the show a little bit, see the people, and get caught up in the hoopla. I'm good for like 2-3 regular season broadcasts for the Bolts, and then obviously the season opener we do, and playoff games, you just got to be in the building.
Playoff games are so great.
Such an excitement in the air, and even if you're not a Bolts fan, if you live in Tampa Bay, you want to feed off that electricity, and as it looks right now, it's an indication we could make the playoffs. I don't want to say horrendous things would happen to befall us if we missed, but it would take a ridiculous losing streak right now to keep us out of the NHL playoffs. So this Bolts team is exciting to watch. Unlike its football counterpart, the Tampa Bay hockey team is well coached. And it's just insane to me. I heard John Senning mentioning this. It is insane to me how many good coaches are losing their gigs in the NFL. And there are a lot of them. We'll talk about it more at 5:30. That the Tampa Bay Buccaneers owners, the Glazer family, look at Todd Bowles and go, "Oh yeah, we're good."
Right.
We're going to take a break and then get right to our next guest. First, though, I do want to give you the bonus keyword of the day. We went too long with Greg Wolf, and it's totally my fault. I'm not throwing Greg under the bus, Steve Versnick, but Greg made me. He wouldn't let me go to commercial break. So I don't want to shortchange our next guest because to say that she is filling the shoes of someone very talented would be an understatement. She has absolutely slayed the TV game, and the bar was set very, very high by show friend and dog owner Gabby Shirley. So I can't wait to talk to this young lady about her performance thus far and what we can look for in the years to come. I'm waiting the 15 seconds until it is officially 5 o'clock, Corey Cardinal.
Thank you.
And it is right now. This duck alarm on my phone every day will tell you I have to set a duck alarm so I won't forget to play the keyword that could win you $1,000. Go ahead and play it.
Here we go, Bone fam. The Bone Bonus. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine. Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is...
You're supposed to know off the top of your head, Corey. Drive. The word is drive. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and enter drive before 30 minutes past the top of the hour, and the $1,000 Bone Bonus keyword could be yours. I'll use it in a sentence for you. I would love to one day hit a drive of over 325 yards. Also, there is no drive in disc golf because disc golf is not disc golf. It's throwing frisbee into a trash can. Drive, the word of the day on the 102.5 The Bone Bonus, and we'll be right back.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. The Bone Bonus is back, and right when you need it. The Bone is giving you $1,000 5 times a day, every weekday. Listen to The Bone for your chance to win $1,000 at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 2, and 5 p.m. every weekday. Been thinking about heading over to Turkey to get hair transplant surgery to look like Kurt Russell? We're in. It's the Bone Bonus, hooking you up with cash every single weekday. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The Bone Bonus is back. 102.5 The Bone, real, raw radio. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Still dealing with that accident on 275 North near downtown Tampa with the exit around Ashley. There's an accident with the 3 right lanes blocked. But now there's also a disabled vehicle on I-275 North at Dale Mabry with the right lane blocked. So, come on, people, it's too cold to be dealing with this kind of traffic right now. We all want to get home and have dinner, so, do better.
Accidents don't just happen between the hours of 9 to 5. That's why we make ourselves available to talk with you 24/7. For a Farah fight, day or night, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Renewal by Anderson of Tampa, Sarasota is having a happy renewal year sale. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and doors, plus no money down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. That expires on the 31st of January. Superior products, exceptional service. BestWindowsFlorida.com for renewal by Anderson of Tampa, Sarasota. License number CGC 1527613. BestWindowsFlorida.com.
Furman Chevrolet in Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 Chevy dealer. What makes us #1 at Furman Chevy Brandon? We say yes. Yes to having Tampa Bay's largest new Chevy inventory. Yes to paying top dollar for your trade. Yes to transparent pricing with no dealer installed options or inflated market adjustments you're forced to buy. Come see why we are #1. Visit us on Adamo Drive in Brandon or online at FurmanChevy.com. Furman Chevy Brandon. Together, let's drive.
Meet Naomi. She worries a lot about balance. Balancing her time between vet school and working at the vet clinic, balancing her social life when she has time for it, and of course, balancing her finances. So she banks with Mid-Florida, a local credit union who employs local Floridians, just like you, to help keep her budget on track and on balance. And those financial worries, looks like they've fallen off the scale completely. Mid-Florida, your life, your money, your credit union. Mid-Florida Credit Union, insured by NCUA.
Want a beautiful white vinyl fence but thought you couldn't afford it for less than $5 a day? Only $125 a month. Fence Outlet will install a 120-foot vinyl fence and transform your backyard. Visit fenceoutlet.com for details. License number C-10252.
Hi, folks. Phil Esposito here, Hockey Hall of Famer. Well, who knew that I was going to go a little bit deaf? I lost my hearing a little bit. People kept telling me, "What's wrong with you? You can't hear." So guess what? They were right. I went to Audibel. Audibel took care of me. It was incredible. Audubell. They are terrific. And by the way, Audubell's a proud sponsor of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Book your free hearing test now at floridahearing.com. Hear better, live better.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
When winter weather hits and the power goes out, will your family still have heat, light, and communication? The Grid Doctor 3300 solar generator from My Patriot Supply gives you serious off-grid power. It'll run heaters, refrigerators, medical devices, and more without gas or noise. Right now, you can double your power for free with a free expansion battery when you order the Grid Doctor 3300. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com and get your Grid Doctor 3300 today. That's MyPatriotSupply.com.
You could win a new Corvette at the Florida Strawberry Festival from Stingray Chevrolet Plant City and Stingray Chevrolet Bartow, the 17th annual new vehicle raffle. This year, you could win a brand new 2026 Corvette Z06. Tickets still just $5. Every dollar benefits unity in the community. Enter at StingrayChevroletRaffle.com. Together, let's drive.
No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older. $5 per entry. Void where prohibited. Winner selected March 8th, 2026 at 5 p.m. EDT. All proceeds benefit Unity in the Community, Inc. See official rules for details.
Reward yourself or someone else with a luxury pre-owned Rolex from International Diamond Center.
They're in pristine condition. Everything's been authenticated.
That's IDC's Brian LeClaire, who scours the world to find the highest quality Rolex timepieces. Immaculate, well cared for, flawless.
You're going to find that the quality and overall condition of the watches looks very much mint, the way that you'd want it. You're not going to see the difference when you shop at IDC between the ones that you'd get at your authorized dealer and what we have here.
And unlike the authorized Rolex dealers, IDC has all the models you want ready for purchase.
You want a Pepsi? We've got it. You want a Batman? We've got it. You want a Sprite? We've got it. You want a Bruce Wayne? We've got it. You want a Submariner All-Gold? We've got it.
Exquisite pre-owned Rolex watches at the best prices you'll find anywhere.
We know what the pricing looks like in the marketplace around us, and we know that we completely obliterate the competition when it comes to the pricing.
Find the Rolex of your dreams today at International Diamond Center in Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota.
Your team is heating up the ice this season. You can catch thrilling hockey moments all season long on 102.5 The Bone. It's all brought to you by Central Florida Behavioral Health Network.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions. Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from? Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Injured? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
102.5 The Bone. Wheel Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. Unique opinions, compelling conversation, and the best in afternoon entertainment. Now, the conversation continues on Drew Garabo Live.
Oh, yeah. Frequent guest on Drew Garabo Live and golfer extraordinaire Alice Cooper. A very unexpected choice as we introduce our next guest. Crank that up a little bit, Eric, and let's enjoy, I forgot his real name, the man who used to babysit, true story, there's a trivia question for you, Julie, see if you get it right. What A-list actor did Alice Cooper babysit for when he was a little tyke?
I don't know. Someone in Detroit.
He is actually a fellow Canadian to you, Keanu Reeves.
Oh, man, I can't believe I don't know that.
Yeah, and he's from Toronto too, right?
Yeah, but I believe his real name is Vincent Bernier.
Okay. I think you're right.
But
Yeah.
Alice Cooper is what I know him as.
I mean, that's a world knows him as Alice Cooper, for crying out loud. The man hits a hell out of a golf ball, that's for sure. Julie Stewart-Binks, with a hyphen between the Stewart and the Binks. Tell us who you are and what got you here, for crying out loud. Gabby Shirley, of course, famously just gave birth to her first child. She is doing maternal things right now, and boom, you're thrust in the spotlight, flat out killing it.
Well, thank you very much,
You're
and
welcome.
I appreciate the introduction. And for all of you out there who are wondering what that hyphen is, Stewart's my dad's last name, and Binks is my mom's last name.
Lovely.
So a lot of people are very confused about it. So there it is right there. But I am extremely grateful, excited to be here. This is, I mean, I never could have imagined. I put an Instagram post out saying, I never thought this job existed a year ago. And then I'm like, well, because it didn't, because Gabby wasn't pregnant a year ago, because that's not how babies work. So, of course, now Gabby obviously has a baby. We're very happy for her, and I love this, that she has this journey for her. And I'm just grateful that in this interim time until the end of the regular season, I'm able to get to fulfill a dream of my own, which is being able to be a part of this team. I've always been a fan of the Tampa Bay Lightning, and I'm not just saying that because I'm sitting next to you right now wearing all Tampa Bay Lightning gear, and I'm, of course, with the team, but I've known John Cooper for a long time, since he was coaching in the AHL, to knowing Braden Point since he was 15 years old playing in Moose Jaw, and it seems as though my path has just kind of like continuously just hit the Tampa Bay Lightning all the time. And it's been a franchise that, as someone from Toronto, it's a nice franchise to be around, and that's not necessarily always the case as someone from Toronto.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
correct. You mentioned John Cooper. What similarities and what differences did you see in a very young John Cooper, then barely out of law school probably, with what he has become here in Tampa Bay? I don't think we appreciate how iconic and legendary of a coach we have for our Tampa Bay hockey team.
It's really amazing because he is such a down-to-earth type of guy when you talk with him, and he's very personable, and he knows how to say the right thing at the right time. And as we know, that he had a career in law, so he's extremely cerebral, extremely smart, but he's just such a great people person. And I think, like, you forget just how incredible he is, what he's done. When we saw him get the 1,000 games, 600 wins, I'm saying these stats and I'm looking at him being like, how does this person even talk to me? Like, they're so cool. They must. I didn't ask him this question yet, but I want to know who the coolest person was that's reached out to him, which I'm sure there's been so many cool people. They're probably just, there's not a cool person anymore. They're just his friends now, right? So honestly, this town and franchise is so fortunate to have him, because every GM that I talk to, owner that I talk to, is like, oh, could we just get a guy like John Cooper? Could we get John Cooper? And I'm like, no, you're not going to get him. Like,
no. We'll go to your early beginnings in a bit, but what were you doing right before you get the call or email, as the case may be, from either your agent or the Tampa Bay Lightning that says, hey, we got a vacancy here, and we think you'd be fantastic at it?
Well, it happened a little slower than that conversation. I had to audition for this job, actually. So Tampa Bay Lightning really did put in their work to make sure that I would be able to fulfill this position. But I was at the NHL media meetings in Vegas because I was doing a podcast with Nate Thompson.
Oh, yeah.
Ironically.
Oh, wow.
Like, we both then ended up
the
on
Alaskan Assassin.
Yeah, we were on the broadcast the other night, and I'm like, wow, our paths just keep crossing. So we had a podcast called Energy Line with Nate and JSB for the NHL, and we were there doing interviews before the season started, and Brian Briesman talked to me, asked me if I'd be interested in this, and it's like everything I wanted all year was just trying to get back into hockey, back into the rink, because I've worked in hockey for a long time, but I've been, for the last little while, doing a lot of podcasts out of my home, or I've been living in New York City and covering the New York Rangers and doing things for SNY, which is a baseball network, but I forced them to cover hockey too. So that was a feather in my cap, but I was like, I want to be back in the game. And it was just sort of like, the energy just collided at the right moment,
Yeah.
and they brought me down. I did an audition, didn't hear for a while, and I just thought, you know what, if it's supposed to happen, it'll happen. And then I bought an apartment in New York City,
Of course.
and of course I got the job a day before that, and so I was like, yeah, let's go.
It's a long commute. That's right. She might look a little tired on back-to-back games because she got to go home in between.
Yeah.
You mentioned the Rangers, and they are. I am a casual hockey fan. I'm more of a Lightning fan than a hockey fan, but I pay attention to the rest of the league. And the Rangers are in a fire sale kind of mode right now. One of my favorite players outside the Tampa Bay Lightning, if not my absolute favorite, is Zibanejad. I think he would look so good in a Bolt sweater. Do you think there's any prayer of that happening in this world?
You know, never say never. I mean, I never would have imagined that Chris Kreider would be wearing an Anaheim Ducks sweater, or that Jacob Trouba would be wearing the exact same sweater as him. And everything kind of just blew up last year. And I think after that memo went out from Chris Drury to the team, it was, you know, anything can happen. And I think just being around that organization, and now, of course, with the now next letter that just happened last week, I could see Zibanejad here. Honestly, I think that he's a player that could benefit from a different situation. New York City is a very, very difficult place to play in, and I've seen that weight on his shoulders, but then we've seen him do well in Florida. You know, he had a hat trick at the Winter Classic, and he had a hat trick the other night, and he's a great player, and I just feel as though he's been not necessarily in the best situation. So, hey, let's see. Let's try to get him here.
Oh, yeah. All right, now let's go back to your early beginnings. You grew up in Toronto, yes?
Yes.
Obviously a hockey fan probably from the time you could talk. How did that translate into you dipping your feet into the broadcasting and podcasting world?
Well, funny enough, just based on radio, my mom was a radio broadcaster for CBC in Canada, and when I was at university, there's my Canadian coming out.
Yeah.
She told me to go volunteer for the radio station. She said that would be fun, you know, go try it out. And I was doing a phys ed degree and a drama degree, and I was like, all right, I'll go check out the radio station, CFRC. And so I went there, and they said, there's no spots for volunteers. I was like, great, okay. So, and then I just was thinking about media, so I just stopped off at the TV station, Studio Q, and they're like, come on in, like, we need somebody to do an interview at a coffee house. And so I was like, okay, all right. And then I remember doing that interview and thinking, I love the feeling of doing this job, and I want to do it with sports. And so then I just started doing all the sports stuff for my university, and getting, opportunities to kind of build a demo reel. And my gosh, was I so bad at it. Like, the clips I have are so great. I'd be interviewing a goalie being like, are you a goalie? And they're like, yes. I'm like, are you wearing goalie gear? They're like, yeah, I am. And so what I tell kids is like, go make those mistakes. Go get those reps. Get that weird stuff out, because like it will also show up sometimes again when you're older. But every so often.
Oh yeah, Nikita Kucherov.
Hey, all right. Were you the one that have been going at me on Twitter or
No,
Instagram?
I wouldn't share that video. Are you kidding me? I videotaped it. I sent it to my girlfriend. I did what anyone would do. I didn't post it. Everyone screws up.
No, I didn't. Okay, I would not say I screwed up. That microphone was so loud. I was like, whoa. I could barely even. I was like, I don't know how to. It's too loud. I was shook over how loud the microphone was, and so I messed up Nikita Kucherov's name. There we go. Nikita Kucherov.
Said
There
it
we
3
go.
times. Now he's going to appear like Beetlejuice. Look at him. He's like, you rang? I was done in practice.
Some guy keeps sending me the phonetics of the
no
name,
way.
and I'm like,
No.
I'm not going.
Not this guy.
I'm not getting into that.
I don't roll like that.
I've been in this too long enough.
So let's talk about how you first start getting paid to do what you love, because I love those stories. In fact, my career path went when you went into the radio station. They're like, we don't need anybody. I was one of those people at the radio station, like, oh my God, give me any shift, please. And that's how 30 some odd years later, here I am. So how'd you figure out a way? You found something what you love to do. How'd you figure out a way to get paid doing it?
Okay, so I did do a lot of volunteer reporting for the OHL, and lived at my grandma's retirement residence, covered a lot of the guys who now play in the league, and then was able to, I got a job doing actually soccer, because I knew soccer just more than somebody else knew it.
Yeah.
And that was my first paying job. Or actually, first paying job was working at Hockey Night in Canada as a shot lister. Cool. So you're like the person that's sitting there just being like, okay, shot from left face off circle, blah, blah, blah. wrist or glove save, and you have to do it so quickly. And like I remember when Don Cherry would say like, "Oh, I've been watching this game," and I'd be thinking like, "No, I've been watching that game." Like Islanders Columbus, that's what I would always get. Islanders Columbus. I'm like, gosh, just such barn burner. Like no one wants to watch this game, but I would get it. So I did that, and that was great. Just being there, being in the trenches of all that, and then working my way up through the small towns in Canada and being in Saskatchewan, working out of Regina, Saskatchewan. We can all laugh about that here, ha ha ha. And so I was there for about 2 years and really covered a lot of junior hockey, and that was, I mean, I don't even know how I lived off of what we got paid to do that kind of stuff, but it was just so amazing to get to do it. And then I don't know, someone messed up and I got hired at Fox Sports 1 in Los Angeles out of like one of the smallest towns in Canada, and my life completely changed.
Wow.
Yeah, but I was doing hockey I played hockey. I've been playing hockey. I still play hockey, but I kind of took a bit of time off because I got cross-checked by this finance bro when I was playing in New York, and he gave me a concussion, so
You were concussed by a finance bro in a rec hockey game?
Yeah.
Who does that?
They didn't even blow the whistle. I'm lying on the puck. I'm out. They're hacking away at me. I was totally ding-donged out there, and then I went back in the game, obviously, because when you're playing like beer league hockey, like you're not going anywhere. Like they need you. So I thought, you know what? I think I might take a little bit of time off, and then I'll come back. So yeah, I've been playing it, and I think that's sort of I don't know, when you've been playing it forever, you kind of just sort of, it just feels innate, natural to be around it.
Yeah. Julie Stewart-Banks, unbelievable. Now, tonight is, of course, Hockey Talks night, and it's a great initiative. I think the athletes I grew up with were discouraged from sharing too much of themselves. There was this sense of machismo that can often prevent you from being vulnerable, which is what you need to be as a human being if you want to be whole and healthy and all of that. It's great that the NHL does this. It's awesome that tonight the Lightning will host Hockey Talks night. Can you talk for a couple minutes about how important that is?
Yeah, I mean, when I saw that this was happening, I was really happy to see it, because I think that in line with kind of what John Cooper was saying today, like there was, say 10 years ago, like a stigma around it where people didn't want to talk about it because they would think that, oh, does this make me lesser than, or like, oh, I'm not, a certain type of person people think I am. But guess what? Every single person is going through something. And I think that the more we talk about it, the more open we are about it, the more, this is what Nick Paul said also too, like the more we talk about it, the more other people want to talk about it. And I think that being authentic with yourself and kind of letting people know, like, I deal with anxiety, I deal with depression, like I deal with so many different things. And when I tell that to people, I've had so many people come to me saying, hey, yeah, thank you for talking about it, being open about mental health and being open about the fact that like we all deal with this stuff. Yeah. It's not just like, and I think that's really important to put, emphasis on it, just like we do if, you broke your arm, you broke your leg. Like, this is mental health, and mental health awareness is something that's really important for being able to survive in this day and age. And with the influx of obviously just social media and just like the world, like, I don't know anyone who isn't dealing with anything. And
right.
if you aren't, you probably don't know, right?
Right.
So I think it's a strength to talk about it. I don't think it's a weakness at all. And I think that anyone out there, if you're feeling alone, if you're feeling like you're dealing with something, you're not alone. Like, here, I'm the person that's telling you I'm also dealing with it too. So
yeah, and people have the false impression that people who are athletes or in the spotlight or whatever, well, they're superhuman. They're devoid of emotions. A lot of these players in every sport, basketball, hockey, NFL, they see the things that are written about them and said about them, like they're dehumanizing because of the rise of, let's face it, sports gambling. People see them as an opportunity to make and, more importantly, lose money. So we lose track of the fact that they are people, you are a person, I am a person. We all fight stuff. And the more we can get it out there and talk about it with each other, the closest we are to that authentic version of ourselves, which is what we should all strive for.
I know. And to that point, like, I can't imagine what it's like to be an athlete reading things about yourself, because I did this TikTok trend a couple years ago where it was like, find bad things said about you and make them look like quote boards, sort of like this ironic thing. So I was like, oh, I'll just go on Reddit because I know there's a lot of bad stuff on there. And then I started to physically feel like sick reading these like things that people were saying about me, which I knew weren't true, which I knew were just, the dregs of the internet saying all this stuff, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You see it, you try to stay away from it. But then I was like, why, it is really affecting me. And you kind of do think that, like, if anyone was to read anything like that about themselves, like, yeah, that's going to affect them. If it doesn't, like, you're not human,
For sure.
So to that point, same with the athletes, same with anyone going through anything in their lives. Like, we just want to be kinder to everyone and try to understand that whatever you're going through, someone else is going through something like that too. So be
empathy.
nice. Yeah, empathy.
Julie Stewart-Banks is the in-game television host for the Tampa Bay Lightning. While Gabby Shirley is gone, she's probably going to, I hope that she catches on here in some capacity, because I don't want to lose you to another franchise, because you worked at Barstool.
You better watch out.
Yeah, you better keep me.
You talk about Mika Zibanejad maybe leaving New York. Like, I'm joking. I love being here, and I'm glad for my what did I say? I'm a short-term rental. So right during this time, I'm here. And then
look, the universe puts us where we're supposed to be when we're supposed to be there.
Agreed.
You know that.
Agreed.
And it has to be so challenging of all the sports to try to get something from an athlete, right? The NHL athlete, above and beyond any other sport, humble, modest, deflecting when it comes to anything that even smells like a compliment. They always want to make it about the team, and they don't want to share things about themselves. That has got to be a severe challenge for you professionally to try to get something out of these dudes who want to give you nothing.
Right. It is definitely a challenge. It's been a lifelong challenge in that way. But I think there's a unique way that you can approach asking the questions. It's different when you're a sideline reporter because you only get those two questions, but it's such a psychology around the words that you use. Like, it is a word economy. So any word that I use, like, if I'm not messing up, is supposed to be there for a reason. And sometimes with them, even just saying to Oliver Bjorkstrand, like, oh, you scored a power play goal, but you were in the bumper this time, like, and you're not usually there. So, like, what's different about scoring a goal from that position, right? Like, not just like you scored a power play goal, like,
how'd that feel?
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, right? And kind of in a different way, like, were you expecting, for point, like, were you expecting Kucherov to shoot from, like, that spot? And it's like, I would never usually ask a closed question, like a yes or no answer, but sometimes those are the ones they actually do. Like, oh, yeah, like, no, he was not expecting him to shoot from that position right then. And so I think that, honestly, also coming in with knowing a lot of them, it's like, I've known, like, Braden Point, I've known since he was 15 years old. Like, that's crazy. That makes me feel so old because I don't even want to think, like, he's lived his entire life and I've watched it all. And I'm like, yeah, this is sad, like, for me. So many of them. Actually, Brandon Montour told me, he's like, oh, I remember you in Anaheim, like, and now I've got 2 cups and a kid. And I was like, all right, buddy, you watch it.
Well, I'm a platinum member at Delta, so I'm flying a lot.
Yeah, I've got an apartment back in New York City that's just emptying my bank account right now. Okay, yeah.
You can't find a renter.
It was too quick. It was too quick. I was like, who cares? I gotta go. Like, you know what your priorities are. I was like this. I was like, screw the apartment.
Well, somebody down in here in Tampa Bay, probably in the great big universe, they probably need to be in New York for something, and they're going to find your rental.
Yeah, well, I don't want them to find my rental. I don't need squatters in there. All right, that's my biggest fear right now.
I bet that's a thing. I mean, squatters, I think, are more protected than anybody in the United States of America. I hope that doesn't happen to you. Bed bugs would be more favorable than squatters.
I know, really.
Julie, you're a delight. Continued success. You are absolutely killing it. It is great to catch up with you. I feel like we've gotten to know a much different, thorough, and wonderful version of you than we're seeing on the TV here in Tampa Bay. But keep it up. You're doing phenomenal. And, do you have a dog?
Oh, I don't, but I would love one.
Okay, because Gabby, we bust her stones every time she sits down with us because she married into a dog, and she will not let Rosie on the couch. Like, that is her thing. She won't let the dog Rosie on the couch. So I'm just wondering if the baby is even allowed on the couch now, or if the baby's somehow on the floor scampering for mommy's attention.
Is the dog going to be like, wait, I'm like, you like take a number, baby? Because like I've been waiting.
It's a great question.
Right.
These things we'll ask Gabby when and if she decides to make her way back here. But in the meantime, we've got you on your short-term rental, and aren't we ever lucky? You're doing great. Keep it up.
It means a lot.
Oh, you're phenomenal. All right, we're going to return. We have a different Dave. I announced Dave Randorf, who I thought I would be talking with concerts and beers with my good golfing buddy Dave Randorf. Turns out Dave Andrechuk. I've never been to a concert with him. I've never played golf with him. I don't even think I've ever had a beer with him, but I bet he's had one or two, and he's going to join us, and we've got a lot more fun to be had right here at the Benchmark International Arena. He's Corey Cardinal. My name is Drew Garabo. We are Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone Real Raw Radio.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
There's a wreck on South US 41 at Riverview Drive. It's got stuff backed up on that road for quite a ways, but the big deal is still that accident still has 3 right lanes blocked northbound 275 downtown Tampa at the Ashley Drive. And that has got cones across 3 lanes of traffic. Cops are still there. I'm watching the video. They're just, I don't know. They haven't fixed it yet. It's still a mess. Avoid it if you can because that traffic is backed up forever. Forever, ever. Forever, ever. Forever, ever.
2 family members were violently rear-ended, but insurance denied liability. Farah and Farah used crash data to prove fault and secured $3 million. Farah and Farah's ready to cook. Tampa.
Hi, it's Bob, Badger Bob from Badger Bob Services. And we're in Tampa Bay now.
That's right, Badger Bob's is now in Tampa. And as a special welcome, get any size complete cooling system for only $99.99 a month with 0 down. Plus, you get Badger Bob's unbeatable lifetime warranty. All repairs, annual tune-ups, and even filters are no additional charge for life.
Get your free in-home estimate at BadgerBobs.com. Badger Bobs.
License CAC 1815977.
For decades, Camtech School of Construction has been the leader preparing thousands of people to further their career as a licensed contractor. Check out the Camtech seminar this Wednesday, 7 p.m. at Marriott West Shore in Tampa. Get licensed, get legal, get CamTechSchool.com.
Is your garage door too loud and whining for help? If you've waited to schedule your garage door tune-up, now is the time. Overhead Door Company of Tampa Bay will perform their 26-task garage door tune-up and safety inspection for just $79. That's one price for up to 3 garage doors and openers. The price is only available for a limited time. You need this done, so why not now? And for just $79. Call 813-885-DOOR or schedule online at overheaddooroftampa.com.
What's up, Bone listeners? It's Captain Zach. Are you looking for more power? Check out my friends at LBP. Whether you're boating, taking a cruise on the golf cart, my friends at Lithium Battery Power have the innovative technology to give that to you. Check them out at lithiumbatterypower.com or call 727-223-9831. Lithium Battery Power. Longer life, more power.
Furman Chevrolet in Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 Chevy dealer. What makes us #1 at Furman Chevy Brandon? We say yes. Yes to having Tampa Bay's largest new Chevy inventory. Yes to paying top dollar for your trade. Yes to transparent pricing with no dealer-installed options or inflated market adjustments you're forced to buy. Come see why we are #1. Visit us on Adamo Drive in Brandon or online at FurmanChevy.com. Furman Chevy Brandon. Together, let's drive.
So, you're ready to propose, huh?
Yeah, man. She's definitely the one.
What are we thinking about the ring? I got my wife's at Hellsberg. I couldn't recommend a better jeweler.
I could use some help with that.
Man, go to Hellsberg. I had no idea how many details you need to consider. Did you know you can get a natural or lab-grown diamond? I didn't. Figure out what she wants. Trust me, they'll make it happen.
Start your story with Hellsberg. Shop in store or at Hellsberg.com.
A family office is a team built to handle the 3 biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today at 813-212-0500. That's 813-212-0500.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. After suffering an injury, you may face many hard questions. What will tomorrow bring? Which firm should I choose to represent me and my family? At Morgan & Morgan, we will hold your hand every step of the way. From our one-click sign-up, mobile apps, and 24/7 availability, we make it easy to get your case started right from the comfort of your couch. All firms are not the same. The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan, for the people. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Transform your backyard for less than $5 a day. Fence Outlet will install a sleek black aluminum fence that adds style, security, and curb appeal for just $125 a month. Visit fenceoutlet.com for details. License number C-10252.
Just when you thought the savings had ended, Crown Kia is back with extended year-end savings. All the best deals have been extended into January for one last chance to save. We have select new Kia models. 0% APR for 5 years. 0 down payment or 0 payments until spring. We don't want to see you in another dealer's Kia. Crown Kia, the better way to buy and service. Call 800-371-0942 for complete details.
Your team is heating up the ice this season. You can catch thrilling hockey moments all season long on 102.5 The Bone. It's all brought to you by Central Florida Behavioral Health Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Sniffles and sneezes got you down? GoodRx is here to help with big savings on commonly prescribed cold and flu meds. GoodRx is free and easy to use. GoodRx is accepted at all major pharmacies like CVS, Walmart, and Walgreens. Just search your prescription, find a coupon, then show your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx is not insurance, but it works whether you have insurance or not. If you do, GoodRx may beat your copay price. Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com to save today.
Colts fans, score a one-of-a-kind Lightning football jersey with the purchase of a ticket pack to the Lightning game on Tuesday, January 20th versus the Sharks. It's the perfect attire for the Navy Federal Credit Union Stadium Series game. Go to TampaBayLightning.com/ticketpacks to get yours today.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Got a burned out light switch or broken outlet or breakers that keep flipping? Just call for a Bolt electrician online at boltelectric.com.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Sun, Toyota.com. I'm Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul Delgado. A few clouds overnight and still cool, but the warming trend is underway. We'll see a low about 48. Mixture of clouds and sunshine coming up on Wednesday. A much warmer day with highs in the afternoon in the mid-70s.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Drew Garabo Live.
Hockey Talks. Will you listen? It's Drew Garabo live at the Benchmark International Arena, set for tonight's Tampa Bay Lightning Sharks of San Jose game. The Bolts will put their 13-game point streak, winning 12 of the last 13. Red hot team. And I guess doors are open because there are fans coming in the building. It doesn't feel like it should be that late, but I think it might be, Corey. Man, if you're a Buffalo Bills fan, it has to be such a frustrating feeling that the officiating affected the outcome of that game that you lost. Now, were they the right calls? Probably. When you look at them isolated, and I watched every NFL playoff game this weekend like a good God-fearing American, It looked to me, except for the interception, that they were all pretty solid calls. The interception, and I had no skin in the game, no rooting interest whatsoever. I just wanted good games all across the board. But that interception wasn't an interception as far as I call it. The receiver for the Bills had the ball, rolled over while he was on his back with the ball in his hands when I believe the play should have been dead. It was ripped out of his arms by the defensive player and given to the opposing team. I just can't even imagine what that feels like, because it was a series of penalties that ended up costing you the game. And no one likes to go out that way. You don't feel good when you win a game that way. You don't feel good when you lose a game that way. And, to get to this point in the NFL and to have a referee whistle affect not just a game but the team's season, there's just no way to say it. It sucks. But an argument could be made for every single one of those calls. And I don't know how you talk to your team after a loss like that, knowing if you're Sean McDermott that you're probably talking to them as the last time as a coach. And I read, and this is just, hearsay, conjecture, whatever, but I read that when he had a meeting with the president and the general manager a couple of weeks ago about the roster, the Bills head coach expressed his concerns about the roster, saying, I don't know that we have the right guys to go where we need to go. And again, what this anonymous source said is that it did not sit very well with the people who were tasked with finding the right personnel. And so when he lost that game against Denver, that was enough for them to give him the heave-ho.
I got a question about the ref call.
Yeah.
Was it just a bad call, or was this a call where they're going to review and make a rule for the next season, and then now from here on out, there's going to be stipulations?
It's a great question. It was not a bad call, not a glaringly bad call. It's one of those you could call it either way. I always thought, and correct me if I'm wrong, people who know way more about football than I am, which is most people, I always thought if there is simultaneous possession in just about any sport, the offensive team is favored.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I always thought the burden is on the defensive player to prove that he wrestled possession away from the offensive player. This was a 50-50 ball with the receiver rolling over onto his back with the ball. I didn't see it coming out. Clearly, they saw something on the video from the situation room where they made that call. But, man, to go out like that, to have a season end like that, has to be so freaking heartbreaking, especially after a really, really phenomenal weekend of games. Every game was close except of course,
Seahawks.
For the Seahawks game. They destroyed the Niners.
Having the entire game come down and be ruined by one play or one bad call, that's got to suck.
Especially if you're a Bills fan. What's your rooting interest, Eric? Who do you like?
Chicago is who I was rooting for because I have Chicago blood in my veins, so that sucked. But,
I wanted to see them win, too. I think, that pass that Caleb Williams makes, I heard JP say it on my way around town this morning. JP said there's no way that guy makes that throw again. You could try to. I don't know. I'm not so willing to say that. Caleb Williams has that gene in him where if there's any quarterback who's going to be scrambling for 25 yards all around the field, blind to the end zone and can heave it up to a wide open
tight end,
Cole Kmet, for some there's no reason he should be open in that corner of the end zone. When Caleb threw that ball, I thought, well, there's your game. Poor kid. He's just tossing it up there and hoping something good happens. Right. And then you see Kmet somehow standing between two players. It was like, oh my God, I thought they were destined to win that game when that happened.
I was too, especially because they were past midfield when he threw the pick, I think, in the overtime.
Yeah, it just it absolutely sucks that they lost that game. I really wanted the Chicago story to continue, but they just didn't quite do it. You know, every team in the league is going to end with a loss except for the Super Bowl champion, and all of them will look at the season and go, well, we didn't get it done, which I guess technically you didn't, but I think the Bears certainly have a lot to be proud of this year.
Very much so, yeah.
I don't know what to say to a Bills fan because you're talking about a team that has never won a Super Bowl, that went to four straight Super Bowls and managed to lose all of them.
Incredible.
Eventually, there's something in your DNA. The Toronto Maple Leafs, I think, have it in hockey.
Yes.
The Boston Red Sox used to have it before they finally broke through and won in 2003. There are certain teams that have that in there. And does that poison Josh Allen? You know what I mean? Like with any other team, does he have multiple Super Bowl rings? Is it because he is a Buffalo Bill that happens? I don't know. It sure does suck to see. But as a Bears fan, I'm sure you'll appreciate, Eric, the fact that I wanted a rematch of the, I believe, 1985 Super Bowl when my childhood team, the New England Patriots, somehow made it to the Super Bowl. The Bears, so confident, they recorded a rap video.
They did.
We are the Chicago Bears shuffling crew, breaking it on down, doing it for you. The Super Bowl shuffle made it to the pop charts.
Iconic.
Oh, my God. And being a Patriots fan and watching so many bad teams, having them finally make a Super Bowl, I was like 16 years old. I was like, my team's in the Super Bowl. This is awesome. We're going to win a world championship. And by halftime, it was over. I think it was like 21-3 at halftime, and it ended at 46-10. The Bears, the refrigerator, Perry runs one in the end zone. Like, that was insane.
Absolute unit of a team.
Yeah, it was. Offensively and defensively.
Mm-hmm.
Jim McMahon, incredible, brash quarterback, loved it. But we will not get the new look Patriots and the new look Bears in the Super Bowl. I think we will obviously get the New England Patriots because Bo Nix suffers an ankle fracture on the either the last or second to last play of the game in over. That kid deserved more than anything to be in his first Super Bowl. He has played his ass off this year. Yep. A mobile dude who just chucks that ball. They've done more with less than anybody in league. I can't stand Sean Payton, like any Tampa Bay person should hate him. But man, he deserved a lot better than to fracture an ankle going into the Super Bowl. That's like it's pretty much the same thing as the Gin Blossoms original guitarist killing himself before the band makes it big with A Jealousy. I hate to throw that random analogy at you, but to me, in my world, Bo Nix's fractured ankle is the dead lead guitarist for Gin Blossoms watching the band go on to greatness without him. Now, Bo Nix, he will live to see another day. Gin Blossoms, dude, not so much, which is another reminder of how important it is to talk to people about your mentals. It is Hockey Talks night. Took me a long way to circle back around to here, but that's where we are, and we hope you'll come out to the game, get yourself a nice Hockey Talks placard, and display it proudly tonight, because as much as we pay attention to those with physical conditions, as the Lightning and the NHL are really good at doing, it's very, very important to talk to the players and to the fans and to everyone watching on television about how important it is to address your mental health. You have to do it. And if you think that you're alone, you're not. If you think that things are hopeless, they are not. You will make it through the most difficult of times, and one day you'll look back on it with immense perspective and gratitude that you did not give up, that you kept fighting. But if you stop fighting, you're depriving yourself of that potential tomorrow when great things will, not can, but will come your way. I'll give you that heartfelt message, and then we'll take a moment for us. Our good buddy Dave Andrechuk, not Dave Randorf, but Dave Andrechuk will join us next to talk about what it's like to have to fill in for Phil Esposito I mean, Michigan calls
Is he going to do the
you,
voice?
And he's like, oh, and I have to run an idea by Sarah loved this idea, but she's very kind to me because she loves me. So you do not, Corey, clearly, and Dave Andrewchuk doesn't either. So I'm going to run my idea for a Bolts radio promo with Dave Mishkin. I had this thought while we were watching the game the other night. I want to run it by you guys. So we'll return. We're at the Benchmark International Arena. I am Drew Garabo. He's Corey Cardinal. And please don't forget that Southern Steer is there for all of your premium protein needs. If you are working out, good for you. You've kept at it. You're in like week 3 of the new year. You're like Corey Cardinal. You're waking up every morning. You can't wait to get in the gym and get swole. Well, you need to put protein back in your body. If you don't, you're not even building muscle. You're doing all those curls and hammer curls and tricep dips and everything. You're doing them for nothing if you don't refuel with premium pure protein from Southern Steer. There are 4 area Southern Steer locations: Carrollwood, Clearwater, Sarasota, and St. Pete. You can find them at southernsteer.com. They always have specials on chicken breasts, on ground beef, on everything under the sun. And if you don't know what you're doing for dinner tonight, go into any of the Southern Steers and let their culinary consultants make some recommendations, from appetizers to mains to sides to desserts, bottles of wine and marinade. They've got what you're looking for at Southern Steer.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. It's the Mike Calta Show. Featured cut of the day. Sponsored by Stingray Chevrolet. You could win a new Corvette from Stingray Chevrolet. Enter to win at StingrayChevroletRaffle.com. The Mike Calta Show. Download the free Bone app. 102.5 The Bone. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Most of Tampa Bay is looking kind of back to normal right now. There is an accident reported on US 19 North at Sunset Point Road. Hey, that's the road I live off. Don't be having accidents on my streets, people. Come on. Of course, it's just reported. I don't have any facts that it's actually there, but that's the only thing I can see on the map. So otherwise, I think we're looking pretty sweet right now.
Did you know that you can get a beautiful white vinyl fence for less than $5 a day? For just $125 a month, Fence Outlet will professionally install it and add instant curb appeal to your home. Visit fenceoutlet.com for details. License number C10252.
Kick off the new year by impressing her with a timeless diamond from Gold and Diamond Source. You ready to pop the question? Are you sure? Find the perfect engagement ring at Gold and Diamond Source. Make her January birthday or your 2nd and 6th wedding anniversaries unforgettable with up to 15% off garnet. And discover Emily by Emily Johnson Weintraub. It's a sleek and modern jewelry line that make everyday gift extraordinary. Turn old, unused gold into cash or a stunning new piece. With gold prices soaring, there is no better time to trade up. The Gold and Diamond Source will take great care of you. Steve and Julie Weintraub have curated an environment in which their family treats you just like family. They're always open online at goldanddiamond.com or stop by their huge showroom, 3800 Ulmerton Road in beautiful Clearwater, Florida. Again, always open at goldanddiamond.com.
I used to talk about the weather as small talk. Now I talk about McValue deal days at McDonald's. A 99-cent select breakfast sandwich on Mondays, I'm chit-chatting about it. A sausage McGriddles to start my week? Catch me yapping all day, dude. I'm not even mad about it. You want the deals? You need the app. Wake up with a delicious breakfast sandwich only in the app. These deals will definitely give you something to talk about. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Valid Mondays in January and February. Participating McDonald's. Valid once per day. Must opt into rewards.
Hi, I'm Ray from Sun Toyota of Newport Richey. Start your new year with a new truck.
Or shop everything under the sun.
Everything. Including new Camrys, Corollas, RAV4s, and more. Drive a new Tacoma for $289 per month with 4-year maintenance included.
Because when you make it Sun Toyota of Newport Richey,
we make it happen.
Sun Toyota
of Newport Richey.
Call 800-632-8895 for more details.
For decades, Camtech School of Construction has been the leader, preparing thousands of people to further their career as a licensed contractor. Check out the Camtech seminar this Wednesday, 7 p.m. at Marriott West Shore in Tampa. Get licensed, get legal, get camtechschool.com.
Hi, folks. Phil Esposito here, Hockey Hall of Famer.
Well, who knew that I was going to go a little bit deaf? I lost my hearing a little bit. People kept telling me, what's wrong with you? You can't hear. So guess what? They were right. I went to Audibel. Audibel took care of me. It was incredible. Audibel, they are terrific. And by the way, Audibel's a proud sponsor of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Book your free hearing test now at floridahearing.com. Hear better, live better.
Cat name mode for C4MH.com. That stands for the Centers for Men's Health, and key to a man's health is proper testosterone levels. So many decisions you wish you had started when you were younger. Well, you're never going to be younger than you are today. So start today resetting to when you were younger by going to C4MH.com and making an appointment to check your testosterone. That's all they do, so you know it's done right. $45 gets you blood work and a doctor's appointment. And if your levels are low, it's 2 shots a month. That's it. To ensure your energy is up, to promote muscle growth after workouts, to improve your performance in the bedroom, and most importantly, to maintain a mental state that has you feeling like the world is yours. You know, like when you were younger. Look at testosterone as a time machine and C4MH as the vehicle that will get you back to a future that is back to you. Today is the day. C4MH.com.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Eligibility and results may vary. A beautiful, confident smile can change everything. It changes how people see you and how you see yourself. When you're proud of your smile, confidence comes naturally. At Sage Dental, we make that confidence possible using the latest technology. Our caring team of dentists, orthodontists, and oral surgeons use minimally invasive techniques for the smile you've always wanted. Whether it's braces, clear aligners, implants, partial or full restorations, all of Sage Dental's personalized treatments are conveniently done right there in the office. With same-day and next-day appointments, call Sage Dental now for that confident smile that lasts a lifetime. We work with most insurance plans. No insurance? No problem. Our Sage Care Plus plan can save you up to 65% on general or specialty dental care. Sage Dental, leading with innovation, centered on care. Call 800-313-9966. 800-313-9966. That's 800-313-9966.
You could win a new Corvette at the Florida Strawberry Festival from Stingray Chevrolet Plant City and Stingray Chevrolet Bartow, the 17th annual new vehicle raffle. This year, you could win a brand new 2026 Corvette Z06. Tickets still just $5. Every dollar benefits unity in the community. Enter at StingrayChevroletRaffle.com. Together, let's drive.
No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older. $5 per entry. Void where prohibited. Winner selected March 8th, 2026 at 5 p.m. EDT. All proceeds benefit Unity in the Community, Inc. See official rules for details.
Join the party, Florida. America's turning 250, and the biggest celebration is at the Florida State Fair, February 5th through the 16th. Whether it's your first time or your first time in a long time, we have affordable fun and surprises for everyone. Save big by planning ahead. See the deals and buy now at FloridaStateFair.com or participating Walgreens. Big birthday, big deals. Join America's sunniest celebration at the Florida State Fair, February 5th through the 16th. Visit FloridaStateFair.com today.
Listen Sunday mornings 10 to 11 for Prosper with Keith Singer. Keith brings you financial planning tips because he wants you to prosper in your retirement. That's Prosper with Keith Singer, Sunday 10 to 11 a.m. on WHPT 102.5 The Bone. Singer Wealth Advisors is an SEC-registered investment advisory firm.
A happy place comes in many colors. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with CertaPro Painters. Get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Car accident? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
1025 The Bone. Wheel Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. Unique opinions, compelling conversation, and the best in afternoon entertainment. Now, the conversation continues on Drew Garabo Live.
Oh, yeah. That song will always make the little hairs on your back of your neck stand up, getting ready for the Tesla coils to be fired in the building tonight. Bolts with a humongous point streak. 13 games going for 14 tonight. And on the radio call, you will hear Dave Mishkin, and not Phil Esposito, attending to an issue. You will hear the great Dave Andrechuk. Dave, good to see you, buddy. You got the call for tonight, huh?
Plug. Yeah, I'm filling in for Phil. That could be a little difficult. So.
When you're working with Michigan, though, I mean, how hard can it be?
Oh, my gosh, yes. He is the ultimate pro. There's no doubt. He's awesome. He really is. And obviously he's done it for a long time. And we were talking off air about the path for Mish to get there. It's so interesting. But yeah, anybody that's sitting beside Mish it's a no-brainer. You're going to be good.
It's an easy night.
Yeah, yeah. Not that you can kick your feet up, but no stress. Let's talk about your path for a minute. Post-playing, did you know kind of that this is a role you would end up with? Like, what did you think your last season when it was time to hang up the skates?
I wasn't sure, really. I actually thought I would stay on the coaching side of it or scouting or something on the hockey ops side. But then I went to volleyball tournaments and, I played some golf and, went out boating, went fishing, and I was like, I think I'll just kind of chill out a little bit. And, for me, if you look, 24 years, I needed a break, right? Instead of back to the grind of hockey ops.
Yeah.
So the path has led me to, great things here in the community. I've stayed here. I've really enjoyed it. Obviously this new ownership under Jeff Vinnick, I've kind of had a little bit of a different role. And still, putting the other hat on, still watching games, still, analyzing games. And that's really what I wanted, was just to be around the game a little bit, but, maybe not have the pressure.
Yeah, you can enjoy it a little bit.
I can enjoy it, and that's what I am doing for sure.
Yeah, because NHL coaches probably do not ever have fun during the season. Like a guy like John Cooper, he's pretty easygoing and he's a great interview and whatnot, but like during the grind of a season, they probably always got to be thinking about how we can get better.
Yeah, there's not many days off, to be honest with you. And when there is a day off for players, right, you're like, oh man, I get a day off. We haven't had one in 2 weeks. I'm going to enjoy my family. Well, usually that's when they're planning. The coaching staff is planning or looking ahead at what the schedule is, who we're playing. So, yeah, they don't get many days off. Now, you get the summer off a little bit. And in John Cooper's case, he's a pretty busy man.
Yeah.
With the Olympics coming up and what he's done prior to that. They had a training camp in the summer for 40 guys for every Olympic program, and that Coop was part of that. So he's had some short summers, that's for sure.
Let's talk as sports fans for a moment about something we can see right over here over your right shoulder. This guy and this is a fascinating trend in sports.
It is.
Tonight's game is the San Jose Sharks against the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Right. Yes.
That gentleman right over there seems to be wearing a Sam Reinhart number 13 sweater for the Florida Panthers. Dave, what do we think about that as sports fans?
Yeah, I don't know. I get it. You're a Bruins fan and you're going to wear your Bruins jersey everywhere you go, but do you have to wear it to a game that they're not even playing? Go ahead, wear it at the mall if you want. Wear it out. But yeah, it's a little awkward.
You're making a statement, and that statement is not a good one.
Yeah.
We get it, guy. I went to a game down in Florida to watch the Lightning play the last time they played down there, and I will tell you, to watch the Lightning win in Sunrise with all those disappointed. There's a special kind of feeling there. When you were a player, was there a team or a player that really did that for you, like that really got you going?
To go back to the rivalry that's created here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, back in, when we had the Governor's Cup, actually, we were playing each other. We got this cup at the end, whoever had the best record against each other. They were not very good, right? So there wasn't that kind of rivalry there is now. Now both teams are very good. Both teams are probably right now, well, Panthers I still think are going to make it, but what they've done in the last couple of years, what the Lightning have done in the last 5 years, it just creates all that. So now when you go down and beat them, it's even better. And let's give them credit. The building is filled now. Winning does breed that a little bit. Of course, you go to win the Cup 2 years in a row. So good for them. Good for the state of hockey in Florida. And then having outdoor games, man, it couldn't have been any better. Now, hey, there's still some people up north that just don't recognize that. Right? They don't understand. We're at 400 sellouts in a row. What? What do you mean? Like, they just don't get it. Well, to be honest with you, what's happened in the last 5 years is, where do you think the Cup's been?
Right.
So we're putting ourselves on the global stage, thanks to the NHL and what this year will be. We're looking forward to our outdoor game. I watched the one in Miami. It was really cool. Ours will be much, much different than that. We'll be actually outdoors. So that will be a little different. But, so cool for the state of hockey that, where we both are as franchises.
Yeah, and you've had the pleasure and distinction of watching Tampa Bay become a city and an area that supports and embraces this team. Those early days, did you see signs of that with them being so willing to do it, or was it a learning curve?
Well, go back to winning a little bit.
Yeah.
That helps, right? I think, there wasn't a lot of playoff runs for this franchise and our fans, right? Yes, there was the first time, in the Thunderdome or the Trop, where they lost to Philadelphia, right? It was exciting. They had a lot of people. That was first time in the playoffs. And then it was a long time coming after that, where a lot of, there was some lean years there. And we got to the playoffs the year before we won the Cup. We won a round, which I think is also exciting, because now the fans are looking, hey, what am I doing for the next 2 weeks while the Lightning are still playing, right? So you get to watch them. And then, obviously what happened the following year, winning the Cup and the ups and downs. And, all of us as fans now, like the roller coaster ride that the playoffs are is amazing,
Nothing
right? You
like
win
it.
one game, lose one game. As players, you can't be like that. But as fans, we can. We can ride that roller coaster.
Absolutely.
And then what's happened in this last little while here, we've had a lot of new fans, which – bring them on. Like, I have no problem with wagon jumpers. You're going to be on our. I'm okay with that.
More the merrier.
Yeah.
More the merrier, right? And it's been really incredible to think about. Maybe my first year here where we didn't make the playoffs. There was no black and white in the building, right? It was all the other teams' colors. It was tough.
Yeah.
I think as a player, you've got a job to do on the ice, but you're looking around, and even in the community, you didn't feel it, right? And but I think it started coming for us, and obviously with this new ownership group, it's really taken off, and now everywhere you go.
Oh yeah.
I can go into a 7-Eleven and see a guy with a Lightning hat. He doesn't even know who I am.
Right.
Right, and that's the cool. I think it's so cool. Like, hey, go Bolts. We have this brotherhood. That we've never really had before, and I see it all over our community, and it's been really fun to be part of. The infancy stages to where we are now. It's been awesome.
So speaking of where we are right now, this team is munching points like Pac-Man. It is a crazy season. We've been dinged up. You have no McDonough. You got no Hedman. No problem. Darren Radish has become a defensive superstar. Are we peaking at the right time, Dave Andrechuk?
Well, let's hope so. But I think the good thing that's going to happen is we're going to have that Olympic break. So to me, which, you might have an all-star break, but it happens a little bit earlier in most years. to me, I think it'll come at a perfect time. It'll come when, okay, there are going to, we got a lot of guys playing, which is good and bad. Great for them. Hopefully we can get them some rest when they get back. But we'll put that put that half behind us. And now let's start our our playoff, run to get there, our stretch run to get to the playoffs. And I think that will be a good thing. So, but man, it's been, I was looking at the standings today, and it's amazing. Like, I don't know how many more games in a row can we win,
right,
and not separate ourselves from these guys. It's going to be really, really fun down the stretch here. And maybe not for our franchise, but you think of 7 others that 2-3 points are going to separate them coming into the last week, and couldn't have been any better for the NHL.
Yeah, and it's so crazy with hockey because one bad incident of puck luck can mean the difference between you being out of the playoffs and watching on television. We were talking last segment about the NFL and how the Bills players have to feel after losing the game like they did. You have the unique perspective of having gone through several 7-game series as a player, and then you lose the 7th game of the Stanley Cup. Can you take us through that mindset as a person? Like, what is that? We can't even relate to that. What does that feel like?
I didn't lose in the finals. I'm 1-0 in the finals.
All right, perfect. Good.
There you go.
So that's a good thing.
Perfect.
But I did lose 3 other Game 7s and a Game 6 in the conference finals to try to get there. So, those summers are not great. Those summers are long. Even though you play 3 extra rounds, it's tough. It's really tough. You want to get back out there, right? Like, hey, let's get this started. And then you got to go through another 80 games to get back to the playoffs again, which is also hard to do. So, I don't want to say I'm from Buffalo, but I grew up there.
Yeah.
I went there as an 18-year-old. I played until I was 30, and then I went back when I was 33. I had a house for 20-something years there, so that was tough to watch.
Yeah,
it's tough. It's really, really tough. And, we have it's interesting, too, because the Bills fans, Bills Mafia, there's a lot of new fans there, too. There's a lot of new Josh Allen, that era. Everybody forgets about, the 2-14 years.
Oh, yeah.
The Tom Brady 30-3 against us.
Oh.
It was tough, really tough. The 4 Super Bowls, that was hard. Like, those fans are the ones that, are they can swallow it a little bit easier because they've had hardship. And, for us here with the Lightning, what's Jeff and what the Cooper record, it's been incredible. Now we're spoiled, right?
Yeah, we definitely are.
Yeah, we're spoiled. Remember that in 2017 when we didn't make,
oh my God.
You got bounced and you were like, oh boy, this we had an eerie feeling that this never happens to us, and it's been an awesome run. It's been great to be part of.
I think we probably had you on the show and we were in the building when we were up 2-1 or 3-1 against the Blue Jackets in the first game of the NHL playoffs, and you start thinking about, another run, here we go. And the next thing you know, not only do you lose that game, you lose the next 3, and the season's over just like that.
Yeah. I would say YouTube the John Tortorella first period coach's speech. It's incredible what he talked about when they were down in that game. And, the motivation to get that. I can understand why that team had no talent at all, right? We were much more talented than they were. But he motivated them, and it just, the switch just flipped, and we couldn't recover. Cooch got suspended in Game 3. That didn't help.
No.
We were all frustrated, and here we're out of the playoffs. Now, with that being said, unlike the Buffalo Bills, nothing was changed.
Right.
Like, Julian Breezewell didn't change the head coach. GM didn't get fired. We swallowed our medicine, and we moved on. And I think we are much, much better because of that as a franchise. And in their hockey ops department, their leadership group, they learned a lot. And we've never looked back
Yeah.
since then, really.
Sure did make those Stanley Cups a lot more
Yes, it
enjoyable.
did. Yes, it did.
Tonight is Hockey Talk tonight in the
Yes.
arena. Back in your era, if someone, a teammate had come to you and said, hey, man, I'm feeling some kind of way emotionally, would that have been a welcoming environment as teammates? Probably not as encouraged as it is today.
Not at all. Not at all. I am so glad that the NHL has taken the responsibility for this. As we all know, mental health in this country is a problem, right? And it just needs to be addressed. And the Hockey Talks is all part of it. They have the same thing in Canada. It's called, Bell, a cellular service has Bell Talks, where it's all over. All the Canadians teams do it. It's a really cool objective, and I like what we're doing. And again, there's no reason why you can't just talk to a friend.
Right.
And for myself as a parent, you have to leave that door open, right? And I've seen the other side of it, which is not good. So I'm really glad we're doing it, and this is a big night for everybody. And I know our players understand the whole mental health, not only as professional athletes, which takes a big hit. It's this whole nation. And I will say that so many things have been done by the NHL and the NHL alumni that there's lots of. I had a 1-800 number when I played that was in my wallet that you could call at any time. And I don't know how many guys actually use the number.
Right.
Probably not many, right? Yeah. We still have that program, and I believe it's being used a lot more, which is great.
Yeah, and from a fan perspective, I think now more than ever before, we need to realize that these guys that we build up as superhuman are human beings.
Yes.
And when we post things because we're frustrated that we lost a leg of a parlay because that guy didn't get an assist or whatever, please bear in mind that these are human beings with emotions, and it really doesn't take that much effort to be kind and grateful for the entertainment they provide us.
No doubt. I mean, yes, they got families, they got kids. It's sometimes it is hard, and that's the pressure, and I guess that's the joy also of succeeding as an athlete, right? That you want that pressure on you, but sometimes that pressure can be too much.
Yeah.
And listen, I've had a lot of teammates over the years that, you've had to console not only like on their play, but what's happening at home and what's happening off the ice. And your father dies, your mother is, sick, and there's so many things going on that group downstairs, is your family.
Yeah.
And I think that mentality is kind of league-wide now, and it has helped.
Buddy, always love catching up with you. You're always fantastic.
Yes, thank you.
Listen to Dave on the call tonight with, you got a rare double Dave action going on.
Yeah, there we go.
On 102.5 The Bone. So stick around for that. We appreciate you, buddy. Thank you very much. Let's go Bulls. Corey, let's wrap things up here at, thanks, buddy. Really, really appreciate it. Legend, Dave Andrechuk. Listen to him tonight. In fact, in about a half hour with the great Dave Mishkin. The fans are piling in. Got some folks enjoying some delicious cuisine right over here to our left.
It's funny.
Our Bolts are ready to take on the San Jose Sharks.
As soon as he mentioned him having roots in Buffalo, all I could think of is him going through a table or him putting someone through a table. I wanted to ask him, but I didn't know exactly how to squeeze that in there.
Your restraint is noted. If I'm a betting man, I would say between the time that Dave Andrechuk was a player and found his way back to the game in a broadcasting realm, probably went through at least one, if not two or three tables in the frozen tundra of Buffalo at a little a little pregame action, little tailgate. I would imagine Andrechuk probably went through a table or two. He's got that physique.
Oh yeah,
Table's not going to hurt him,
right? Dude, when it wasn't this season, but I think it was last season or the season before, when we were doing a tailgate and it was Bucks Bills. We got emails from multiple people saying, "Hey, can you guys make sure you have extra tables, or can we bring our own tables?" And they were. I don't remember if it happened. I want to say it did. People went through some tables.
Oh yeah, Senning went through one. I think he power bombed our buddy Jake. I think there's video of John, and I believe it was probably at the Buccaneers-Bills game.
I think that's it. Yeah,
of John going right through a table, and that's why we love him, and that's why he's John Senning. Wow, it is a great crowd in the building, an early crowd in the building for this game tonight. It is Hockey Talks. We hope that it has encouraged you to somehow talk about your issues if you've got them. We're always here to listen. That's one of the great things about this radio station, is that from Mike Calta to Johnny B to JP to Senning Show to me, we are all human beings who care a lot about the people who consume our product. So don't ever feel like you can't make that call, and just tell us, you're vulnerable, you're hurting or whatever, and I guarantee you everyone on this radio station, while none of us are licensed mental health counselors, we are human beings who care a lot about humanity.
We do it to you guys. We bring up our issues. We get on here and cry about our lives.
Oh my God, do we ever? Especially me, and I appreciate very much this opportunity to do so. This show is very often therapy for me. If I'm having thoughts, if I'm running through some stuff in my head, sometimes I'll find myself saying it on the radio, and then I'm like, oh my God, A, why did I just do that? B, that feels a lot better. So I appreciate the opportunity to do that.
Even
we'll
if
be back.
we yell at the callers, we still love them. We still love them.
What's that, Derek?
Even if we yell at the callers, the phone callers, because
I don't get down like that. I don't know who does that. Way that's lazy radio, in my opinion. People yelling at callers. I just feel like you should have an immense gratitude for the people who made you, and anyone who treats callers poorly, they get no respect. No respect. The same people who microwave fish in the break room.
Jerks.
It's all inconsiderate slobs.
Yeah.
So we have been live at the Benchmark International Arena. Thank you, Corey Cardinal. You were great as always.
Thank you, Drew.
Eric, you did a magnificent job. Appreciate you so much. And don't forget the Fran Hosch Law Group throws some great events around town. If you want to find out about them, you can go to two places. Number one, lawfran.com. That's Fran's website. While you're there, you'll see why she is so near and dear to the biker community. You can also get some advice on how to ride safely. But most importantly, you can find out about events like tonight's Bay Area Riders Bike Night at Tampa Joe's off Anderson. Tomorrow, the Shay Lynn Band is back for Bike Night at Quaker Steak and Lube, sponsored by the Fran Hosch Law Group. They're back from Lake City, electrifying and high-energy blues to rock your soul with Bike Night specials, MC Tomahawk, vendors, and a lot more. Check out lawfran.com or the Fran Hosch Law Group Facebook events page for more details. And thanks, Fran, for being such a great and long-time partner of Drew Garabo Live / In Your Face with Drew Garabo. Let's go, Bolts. Let's continue munching points tonight from Benchmark International. Thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. It's the Mike Calta Show. Featured cut of the day. Sponsored by Stingray Chevrolet. You could win a new Corvette from Stingray Chevrolet. Enter to win at StingrayChevroletRaffle.com. The Mike Calta Show. Download the free Bone app. 102.5 The Bone. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
St. Pete, southbound 275 around Gandy, where the express lanes merge into the regular lanes, and I guess somebody didn't want to let somebody else merge in like a normal human being and zipper like you're supposed to, and now there's a wreck with the left shoulder and the left two lanes blocked, and that's going to suck for a long time.
Oil lights never come on at a good time. You've got enough to juggle, so let Take 5 handle it. Drive in, stay in your car, and roll out in 10 minutes. No waiting room, no stress, just fast, friendly service. Visit take5.com today to find your nearest shop.
It's time for a clean slate at Crown Honda. We're clearing the lot of all past year's Honda models. Like a new Honda Civic LX, just $219 a month. Or a new Honda Accord LX, only $209 a month. But hurry, the clean slate sale runs this month only. Online at crownhonda.com. The better way to buy and service.
Call 800-722-6439 for complete details.
This is a cat named Mo from Drew Garabo Live. Prime time, baby! I am the first Mo, but there is a second Mo, and he is the Mo that will help you if you need a personal injury attorney. It's Tampa attorney Mo DeWitt. Here he is to say one word because I've used up all the time.
Hi.
That's it. You got one word. Don't he sound sexy? 800, call Mo with an E. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.
Non-attorney spokesperson, offices Tampa.
That's Mo with an E.
For decades, Cam Tech School of Construction has been the leader preparing thousands of people to further their career as a licensed contractor. Check out the Cam Tech seminar this Wednesday, 7 p.m. at Marriott West Shore in Tampa. Get licensed, get legal, get camtechschool.com.
Your team always knows how to stay cool under pressure, and so does Cox Heating and Air Conditioning. If your AC is skating on thin ice, turn to your trusted Carrier experts for over 60 years at Cox Heating and Air Conditioning. Right now, you can get the Cox Personalized Maintenance Plan. For only $110 for first-time customers, our certified technicians visit your home twice a year and keep you cool. So when your home feels more like a penalty box, it's Cox Heating and Air Conditioning for the win. Go to coxair.com today. License number CAC 1816108.
Gold demand is skyrocketing to record highs. As more Americans rush to preserve their savings, will there be enough gold? I'm Dr. Ron Paul, and I believe physical gold is the only way to truly protect your 401k or IRA savings. Gold offers tangible security that can't be tracked, stolen, or inflated. That's why I strongly advocate for gold IRAs. To learn more, text the word SECURE to 989898 now. Birch Gold Group will send you a free info kit on gold IRAs. Birch Gold is the only gold company I trust, and their thousands of great reviews prove I'm not alone. So don't wait another second. Protect your retirement savings today and see how easy it is to move your IRA or 401k into physical precious metals. Text SECURE to the number 989898 for your free gold IRA info kit. Again, SECURE to 989898.
Message and data rates may apply.
We were very lucky that we dodged any big storms in 2025, but we may not be so lucky this year. So if you put off replacing your windows last year because you wanted to get through hurricane season, the time is now. Call my friends at Weather Tight Windows and get a quote so you can have your windows full installed before we get a glimpse of hurricane season 2026. And Happy New Year from your two favorite Mikes, me and Weather Tight Mike.
WeatherTightWindows.com. WeatherTight Windows. Bull riding is not just a sport. It's a gamble of guts and glory. Nothing else compares. It's PBR Tampa at Benchmark International Arena, January 23rd and 24th. Ready to be cowboy? Get your tickets at Ticketmaster. It's bull time.
Ahoy, Tampa! Party like a pirate at 102.5 The Bones Kegs and Eggs pregame at McDitton's. January 31st, starting at 9 a.m. Free breakfast, beads, live DJ, and your first Michelob Ultra is on the house. No cover until 11 a.m. 21 and up. It's Gatsby 2026. Be there or walk the plank.
If you have been in a car accident in the past and have settled your case, I may have some good news. Some unethical lawyers have people known as runners who come directly to your hospital room or home and solicit your case. It's a disbarable offense. Anyone that would hire these scumbags needs to have their heads examined. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Now for the good news. If this happened to you, we will sue these lowlifes and fight to get all your fees back. And then look and see if these bottom feeders also malpracticed your case and sue them for that too. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Visit forthepeople.com for a free consultation or call Pound Law on your cell, pound 529. If someone does this to you, call the Bar Association and report them. Let's fight these bums. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The real story in lab-grown diamonds is the outrageous markups other jewelers are charging for them.
That's Brian Stamey, Vice President of International Diamond Center.
Jewelry stores are marking up lab-grown diamonds as much as 800%. It's insane.
So instead of continuing to see customers overpay, IDC is changing the game.
For our customers, we have secured direct access to a wholesaler of fine quality lab-grown diamonds. Every size, every shape. IDC will facilitate the purchase at wholesale pricing directly from the grower. Look, we will always stand behind natural diamonds. But if a customer wants a lab-grown option, we can at least make sure they aren't being price gouged.
International Diamond Center.
For over 4 decades, IDC has stood for one thing above all, protecting our customers. No games, no inflated prices, Just the diamond you want at the fair price you deserve.
So don't overpay. If you want a lab-grown diamond, come to IDC and save thousands. International Diamond Center, Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota. Online, shopidc.com.
New year, new me, fresh, clean car. And the only way to achieve it is Bubble Down Car Wash with locations in Tampa, Brandon, Riverview, Wesley Chapel, Palm Harbor, and Spring Hill. You'll have the cleanest car in town every time. You Bull Down.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8 year old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Ahoy, Tampa! Party like a pirate at 102.5 The Bones Kegs and Eggs pregame at McDidden's. January 31st, starting at 9 a.m. Free breakfast, beads, live DJ, and your first Michelob Ultras on the house. No cover until 11 a.m. 21 and up. It's Gatsby 2026. Be there or walk the plank.
If you've been injured, we're prepared and ready to help. Call Farah and Farah anytime.
Tampa.
We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. The Bone. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2, St. Pete. The Bone is the official Tampa Bay Lightning radio station.
3, 2, 1.
It begins.
All systems go.
Right now on The Bone, it's the Tampa Bay Lightning. The following is a presentation of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
The Tampa Bay Lightning did what good teams do when they lose. They come back the next game with a great effort and get in the win column. That's what they did after defeating the Dallas Stars 4-1 Sunday afternoon. The Lightning extended their point streak to 13 games and still sit atop first place in the Atlantic Division. Once again, the Lightning's depth played out to their advantage as all four lines contributed in the win. The San Jose Sharks have been one of the surprise teams in the NHL this year. They have young talent and are currently in a playoff spot in the West. They'd love nothing more than to earn 2 points tonight against a quality opponent. Who comes out on top? We'll find out next. It's the Lightning and Sharks, and it's happening right here on Lightning Radio.
Kucherov dances to the slot. Score! What a goal from Nikita Kucherov! Brilliance from Kucherov! Shoots! Score! McDonough! Short-handed goal! Here's a steal. Blake crossed the blue line, left circle. Cutting in front, shoot, save made. Rebound, Yaska!
what a
save made by Vasilevsky, 2 in a row.
Wow.
The Lightning are ready to take the ice. Now, with the Lightning Audio Network pregame report, here's Greg Linnelli.
Dusty playing together lately. What's it like playing with Charlotte Ward, and what makes you two work so well together?
Yeah, obviously since I got back after my injury, I'm playing with Chucky. He's a really smart player, playing heavy. He has the offensive instinct, in his game, so it's kind of nice to kind of read off of him some of the plays on the ice, and so far it's been working, so yeah, it's been good.
Your pairing has been a big part of this team's point streak, 13. What's it take tonight to push that even further?
Yeah, it's a nice stretch, we are getting points in I don't know how many games in a row for now, so we just have to keep keep doing the same thing, doing those small little details on ice right, and I think everything just clicking for us, and we just can take the foot off the gas right now.
To push that point streak further tonight, you'll have to do it against one of the top offensive players so far this season in Macklin, Celebrini, the San Jose Sharks. What can you guys do tonight to try to prevent some of that offensive talent that Macklin has?
Yeah, obviously we know they're super skilled, fast. They know how to make the plays. They know how to score. So we just have to kind of limit them, not give them time and space, and be on top of them the whole game.
At PNC Bank, the official retail bank of the Tampa Bay Lightning, we've always taken a boring approach to handling your money. Not only is it smart, it's reliable. And why would we ever want to be unreliable with anyone's money? Some of those customers could be big, tough hockey players who'd gladly give up their teeth for a win. Oh, that's gonna hurt. But really, we just think boring is the smartest way to help ensure your money's there for exciting things in life. Like intentionally placing your body in front of a frozen rubber puck traveling at 100 miles per hour. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Hi, Andrew Duncan of the Duncan Duo team at LPT Realty. Are you looking to get a bidding war for your high-end luxury home? Go with the Duncan Duo team, the official real estate agents of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Both of our two most recent multi-million-dollar listings got several competing offers in a bidding war. That's how you get top dollar for your luxury home. Go with a billion-dollar producer, expert marketing, and expert negotiations with Tampa's best real estate team, the Duncan Duo at LPT Realty. Visit us at DuncanDuo.com. That's DuncanDuo.com.
Hey, Lightning fans, don't let cold and flu symptoms keep you on the bench. Power through your day with Mucinex Kickstart. Fast, all-in-one, and done relief with a jolt of instant cooling sensation. That's a game-winning play. Relief with a kick. Mucinex Kickstart. Go Bolts. Use as directed.
Catch up with the latest news and notes on the Lightning every morning with the Daily Strike podcast. In less than 5 minutes, you'll hear the latest news, Dave Mishkin highlights.
Score! What a goal from Nikita Kucherov!
Coach Cooper and player comments, plus this date in Lightning history. The Daily Strike podcast. Available everywhere you listen to podcasts.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that a happy place comes in many colors, like ones that inspire a sense of wonder, or a new flavor that makes life just a little bit sweeter, or one to celebrate those moments that lift you to new heights. We can reawaken any space to make your happy place your home. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Hi, folks. Phil Esposito here, Hockey Hall of Famer. Well, who knew that I was going to go a little bit deaf? I lost my hearing a little bit. People kept telling me, what's wrong with you? You can't hear. So guess what? They were right. I went to Audibel. Audibel took care of me. It was incredible. Audibel, they are terrific. And by the way, Audibel's a proud sponsor of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Book your free hearing test now at floridahearing.com. Hear better, live better.
When the heat is on the ice, or in your home, you can trust Cox Heating and Air Conditioning to keep things cool. For over 60 years, Tampa Bay has turned to the trusted Carrier experts at Cox Heating and Air Conditioning for repairs, installation, and unbeatable service. Right now, you can get the Cox Personalized Maintenance Plan. For only $110 for first-time customers, our certified technicians will visit your home twice a year and keep you cool. Go to coxair.com today. License number CAC 1816108.
My son was 20 years old when he was prescribed
You got me now.
opioids. It took him 5 days to get addicted. I'm not supposed
Do you want to play the
one
sound?
To go get his suit.
York Strand to start?
And I'm going to bury him. My son overdosed at
And
the
the
age
panel.
of 22
Okay.
years old.
If you're struggling with prescription opioids, there is hope.
I'll at least come to
Recovery
you
is
and
possible.
wait for
Contact Central Florida
the guys to get
Behavioral
her.
Health Network
If Steve
at
comes in,
cfbhn.org.
mention that
Central
Steve-
Florida
I was
Behavioral
with
Health
you.
Network is a managing entity contracted with the Department of Children and Families.
This is Lightning Radio.
Pre-game show continues. Glad you're with us. Greg Linnelli with you as we are getting you set for Lightning and Sharks. Should be a good one. You did hear earlier Ben Pierce with Eric Chernak. And, of course, the back end for Tampa Bay has been a big story so far this season. Defensively, the team has been outstanding, factoring in all the injuries they've had to deal with. And we know about this point streak. It has been incredible. 13 straight games this team meaning the Tampa Bay Lightning has picked up points. Look, they've needed every one to stay in first place right now in the Atlantic Division, understanding the Lightning still have a couple of more games in hand to teams trailing them in the standings, particularly Detroit and Montreal. But nonetheless, speaks to how competitive this division is. The Lightning are playing some of their best hockey, and you give them credit for doing what they did against Dallas 4-1. But Oliver Bjorkstrand, who's a guy who's been chipping away a little bit here offensively, that's great to see. He talked about this point streak.
I want to keep building on what we've done so far. Obviously, when you have a long break, you want to end on a good note, so you feel comfortable throughout the break, and it can end on a positive note. So, it's obviously one game at a time, but that said, obviously, just keep going, and you want to build on the positivity and the good things you're doing, and see the things that work.
You do the right things game in and game out, you give yourself a chance to win games, and that's what the Lightning really have done. Now, we know the schedule is really discombobulated. You spend some time on the road for 5 games, you come back tonight and play here on home ice, then you go back out on the road Friday and Saturday. I mean, it is a difficult schedule. And, of course, we know what the schedule is going to look like after the Olympics. I mean, it is going to be just crazy. And the players know it, but Nick Paul understands that, the schedule can be a little nuts.
Yeah, it's been a crazy schedule, that's for sure. But I think it's been good for us. I think we've bonded. I think we've came together, and I think our play shows, we've been on a pretty good run here, and in this room, it just feels right. It feels we go to work for one another. We're there for one another. It's a really close group. We were talking about before. It's everyone on this team is. You can feel there's something special.
What they are doing is special. There's no question, and you feel like this team really does have something going on. The chemistry is there. The on-ice production is there, and let's hope it's there tonight against the San Jose Sharks. The team is very talented. We'll get into them in just a bit with our panel, but John Cooper spoke about them earlier today.
The tough one about this is, we just played San Jose, and I think they're like 7-3 in their last 10. They just rolled in and, obviously beat a really good Florida team. So you just got to keep those young legs down, and they've got some special players over there. So it's always tough when you've come back from the road in that first game back, but guys are dialed in, so I'd expect a good effort tonight.
They've been dialed in for most part of the year, and you would think the Sharks will grab their attention because of how dynamic at times, no doubt, they can be. Hey, when the Lightning score 4 or more goals or force a shutout, you're in a free double stack at any participating Tampa area Wendy's with any purchase upon request. Offer valid for 24 hours after tonight's game. And it is Hockey Talks night tonight, and Nick Paul, as we know, is somebody who is really outspoken about the mental health aspect of things, for sure. And he's got his own charity going right now. In fact, for every point that he records this season, he's going to donate $150 to the Crisis Center of Tampa Bay. As the presenting partner of Points by Paul, Slide Insurance, generously matching these donations. That's $300 to support mental health in Tampa Bay for every point Nick scores. He spoke about what that means tonight.
Yeah, I think it's a great night. I think, especially in the world we live in today, there's a lot of mental health and mental pressures and society pressures that can build up. Social media, you don't want to get away from it. So I think tonight, just raising awareness and, how far mental health has come over the last 5 years or so has been a great step in the right direction. And, I got a charity, Points by Paul, and, I support it. And I think it's very important to recognize it. And it's going to be a good night.
Good night, good cause. Nick Paul always doing good things on and off the ice, no doubt about that. Hey, don't forget, on this week's Into the Blue podcast, presented by Penelope Bourbon, Ben Pierce and Julie Stewart-Banks discuss the Lightning's point streak. They give some injury updates, the chemistry between Dominic James and Jake Gensel. Watch Into the Blue on Facebook, X, and YouTube, or download the audio in your favorite podcast app. Speaking of Ben, he's with us right now, along with Bobby the Chief Taylor and Eric Erlinson from LightningInsider.com. Boys, great to be with you. Finally. Good to see you. It's been a while, Chief.
I know.
You were going to wear a name tag.
I was.
Nobody can forget you, though, Chief. I would know who you are.
My wife's trying like hard, really hard.
Well, that's for all of us, for sure. But,
you should go back to Philly with Chief. He is the mayor of Philadelphia, let me tell you.
Everybody knows Chief?
Yes.
For good reason.
It happens when you win a couple cups. They never forget you, right, Chief?
Oh, yeah, even the toll booth guys get you through.
Well, I think a lot of fans are getting behind this team for what they've done. Road trip was tremendous. Season's been really good. What's been the key?
Well, I think, to me, I always imagine that is, they're playing so much better in their own end.
Yeah.
And they're moving the puck out of it quicker than they had before. Teams aren't spending a whole lot of time in the offensive zone or in our defensive zone, let's put it that way. And that's such a key, and the defense are moving it quickly. I think that's a big, big factor in it. And we're scoring on our chances.
Sure.
Big time. I mean, the other night, they didn't score on theirs. We scored on ours. And that's the big difference, too. We got our guys don't really go into too big of slumps, when the ones you're counting on anyway. And I'm still marveling at the Gord line,
It's incredible.
Oh, yeah. They got 19 goals between the three of them. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Who would have had that?
Yeah.
Not me, that's for sure. What I look at is, and I know I've mentioned this before, but the way the preseason ended, I mean, it was wacky. It was nuts. It was 1970s Broad Street Bullies type of situation. We're not used to seeing that.
So it was a lot of fun.
And hopefully it ends up the same way, right?
1970s, you'd have to be pretty old, I think, to play in the 1970s, right?
But I just think the way that those last couple of games, I mean, it brought everybody in the organization together.
Yeah. One
common goal, basically saying, forget this. We're going to go out. We're just going to play. We're going to stand up for each other. We're going to care about each other. And it wasn't forced, right? It kind of happened organically because, I mean, I think we all know if A.J. Greer didn't give a couple of sucker punches to Brandon Hagel, I don't think all of that stuff happens in those final two preseason games. But it did, and I think the Lightning benefited from it in an organic way because it did bring everybody together on the same page. So when you've lost a Victor Hedman, when you've lost a Ryan McDonough, when you've lost a Braden Point, everybody's already on board before they even step into the lineup. And I think that's a big part of it. They feel like they're part of something, togetherness. And we know in this sport, chemistry and being on the same page and being together is so important. And it messed them up for a little bit. Don't get me wrong. It's 1-4-2. Everybody's, oh my gosh, what is happening here? But they've really settled into who they are, identified their team character, and it's come forth in spades, especially in the last month and a half.
Well, the hard thing to kind of, for me, is how do you narrow it down to one thing, right? Because it's been such a group effort. Like we talked about, you mentioned Into the Blue. I kind of started giving an answer this week about what's been the key over the last month, and I do think overall it's been defense, but it's been a team defense. Like the forwards even are really doing a better job, I think, of chipping in defensively. I think at the start of the season, I do think they were leaving the zone a little bit eagerly to try to get the offense going because the goals weren't going in, right? I think they were starting to be like, okay, we got to start scoring some more goals. So maybe they were flying the zone early to try to get some more 2-on-1s. I do think we were seeing that a little bit. You're not seeing that right now. I think the forwards are doing a really good job of covering their guy. They're the first ones back on the back check to help out when the other team does get a rush. Everybody's doing their job. And like you said, on defense right now, there's at least 8 guys that deserve an NHL job.
Not 9.
Right?
9.
At least 8, right? And it's like, I have no idea what's going to happen when everybody gets healthy. And I do hope everybody gets healthy. Obviously, I think everybody does. It's remarkable what this team has done because every time somebody has had to step up at some point this season, not only have they stepped up, I think they've I think just filled in so well that I almost think they've done more, I think, than this team could have possibly asked. And that's forwards, defense. In every regard, it's been remarkable.
I think it started from the training camp, and they had these guys up here. And, I've always marveled at John Cooper because I've always said that his greatest strength is knowing to put guys so that they can succeed.
Yeah.
And we've seen it, we've seen it with Hagel, we've seen it with Paul. Let them succeed, and they've done that. And what they've done, and And I think he said this, oh gosh, we got to go back, at least 6-7 weeks ago when he said, when those guys came up, he didn't say, I don't want you to be a Victor Hedman. I don't want you to be a Brian McDonald. I want you to be a Carlisle. I want you to be a Mosley, or Moser rather. And the guys took it to heart. And I think it really stems from training camp, because that's how they preached in training camp. Just play your game. That you work out. You don't have to be what you're not. And that really sat with them, and they've just been unbelievable. So I think it's going to move down to 10 forwards and 8 defensemen by the time.
Well, even with that, tonight's game might be the perfect example, because we talked in the last broadcast about what's one thing we might see tonight, and it looks like based on warm-up rushes we will. One guy that we did not expect to see this season, Dominic James, and tonight, once again, he's playing on that second line next to Jake Gensel. They combined for 2 goals last game. They looked fantastic together, right? The chemistry was basically instant. They combined for 2 beautiful goals, and tonight it looks like it's going to be those 2 with Gage Gonsalves again. Like, Dominic James at the start of the year, he signs later into camp, and he makes the opening night roster, and he's been phenomenal. He's been so good.
Back to Chief's point about John Cooper being able to put guys into situations to succeed. I think the other part of that is, and it struck me when Coop was talking about his 1,000th game, his 600 wins, he said this organization put him in a situation where he could fail. Because we all know we're learning from our mistakes and we're learning from our failures. He will put players in situations where if they fail, you're not going to be buried, right? There are some coaches who will bury you if you make a mistake. Right, he allows players to learn from their mistakes and to grow from them. And I'll say it till I'm blue in the face, the 2021 conference finals against the Islanders, Blake Coleman blows the zone early, cost them the Islanders score to tie the game. He puts that line right back out there, and 20 seconds later, Blake Coleman scores.
Yeah.
How many coaches would have done that? Yeah. Right? I don't think a lot of coaches would have done that. So he allows them to grow from their mistakes and learn from them, and I think that's a great trait to have.
That's why he's had so many Coach of the Year awards. Oh, wait.
Which is amazing.
Which is another topic, right?
I will say, though, this week there's been a lot more national chatter.
There's definitely more of it.
There's more, and well-deserved. Like this, if it's not happening this year, guys, good Lord, I don't know.
Yeah, when you start getting guys like Mike Rupp on board and promoting it, you're going to start to get a little bit more attention to it. There's a little push. There's only so much we can do down here. We do our best
they
to
listen.
Let people know, whether it's writing, talking about it, about the job, especially this year that he's done. And I think that other outlets are starting to kind of catch on to it a little bit.
We must be playing really well, because even the NHL Network is talking about this team. And it's one of those, for years we've been, by the way.
Yeah.
By the way, they just won another cup. Oh, by the way, they just won another game. It just blows my mind.
What was the graphic the other day? The Lightning were on the 11-game win streak, and it was the hottest team in hockey. It was the Buffalo Sabres.
Buffalo Sabres.
Yeah, 11-2.
Really?
It's incredible. But it is what it is.
I know.
What do they have to do tonight? This San Jose team finds themselves in a playoff spot right now. A younger team. They went out and made a trade yesterday.
It's amazing, though. Yeah, they're third in their division. They'd be like 14th in the Eastern Conference. It's crazy how they're doing. But they are. They're a team on the rise. There's no doubt. Obviously, Macklin Celebrini has kind of put his name in the conversation for MVP because of the disparity between what he's doing and the next closest team. I mean, he's a phenomenal young player.
Is it his turn?
It's not his turn yet, Chief.
Okay.
Not yet. Not yet. But I mean, they are a team on the rise. But the Lightning kind of held them in check a little bit a couple weeks ago in San Jose. Obviously, scoring 7 goals is going to help. But we've seen them do a really good job of containing Nathan McKinnon here a couple weeks ago. We talked about on the road trip, especially the game in Dallas. The Robertson-Hintz line really wasn't as damn. I mean, they've done a really good job of being able to slow down players. And with the year Celebrini's having, I think if you can slow him down, you have a really good chance. Good luck trying to do it. But if they can do that, that's the key to trying to make sure that you get opportunities to beat the San Jose team tonight.
And they struggle to defend. I mean, that's probably the key tonight, in large part, Chief, is not cheating to get some offense, right? I mean, that'll come. Prevent the goals.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. And what we're doing the hockey 101 too. And before, when a defenseman went in deep, a forward never would get back to cover where he's supposed to be. They'd be right up there. Now we got 4 guys we're going to score.
Right.
No, they're going back.
Yeah.
They're playing a lot smarter now. you know. And I just look at the Moser's a plus 37. I mean, come on, that is unbelievable.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
For a guy who doesn't score a lot.
Yeah.
It tells you.
Who cares?
Playing with Radish.
Right, well, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know.
So it's not like it's a balanced sort of situation.
Yeah.
He's on the right side of that plus for a reason.
Yep.
He's been incredible. What are you looking for tonight?
It's got to be like just locked on Celebrini, you know, and you never want to zero in on one guy because then there's 4 other guys in the ice. And I think this San Jose team, I admit I won't say that I look to know exactly what the point difference is. It's a very large number between him and their second leading scorer. But they do have other talent on this team, right? This is a very young team with other young talented players like Will Smith, Eklund. They've got other guys on this team that can play hockey, that are good young players drafted high. You can't just zero in on Celebrini for 60 minutes. But if you could shut down Macklin Celebrini, you're going to have a very good chance to win this game. There's a reason he's going to the Olympics to play for Team Canada. It's going to be very hard to do, but you have to shut down Macklin Celebrini tonight. If you want to win this game, you're going to have to make sure that Macklin Celebrini doesn't have the night that, quite frankly, he's had for a lot of the year. I mean, he's third in the NHL in scoring right now.
And that's the key, is you have to respect him, but don't respect him too much, right? Because there are other really good
Don't get lost. Don't get lost. Don't chase Macklin Celebrini. Shut down Macklin Celebrini.
Yep. One of the things I watched with the Panther game last night,
goalie fight.
Everybody came late. Yeah, the highlights. But their goals came from the third or fourth guy in the zone. So one of the things you got to really pay attention to is who's coming late. You know, your goalie makes the big save. You got to make sure that rebound is cleared, and that's one thing that everybody in this league doesn't do a very good job of. And tonight the Lang have to do a good job.
What'd you make of the goaltender fight?
Well, you know what?
I really, dropping it.
Yeah.
That bring you back to the speaking of the 70s.
Well, that's a story over a pint.
Chief, did you ever have a fight? Did you ever have a goalie fight?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you win?
It's not sure because the players all formed a circle around the center ice area and wouldn't let the referees in. So me and Smitty were at it for a long time. Gary Smith, Suitcase Smith.
You're like, what are we doing? Right,
he came off. I wasn't playing that night. He wasn't playing that night. He came off the bench, and I'm sitting there. I'm looking now. We're playing Vancouver, and all of a sudden, Smitty skates by, and I go, "What the?" So then I have to go after him.
Right.
So both teams, they saw the two of us, and they all said, "Well, let's watch this."
Yeah.
This sounds like the 70s.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was. I mean, big sight. We both obviously got kicked out of the game.
So had a drink afterwards and had fun. Right?
Well, we met. Funny, we were in Chicago the following fall, and he walked into the watering hole we were in, and everybody's going, Chief, Smitty's here. And I looked at him, and I started laughing. He started laughing. I said, what were you thinking? This is a union. This is a union. A goalies union. We don't fight.
That's right.
Of course, it wasn't Chief's fault, though. Of course not.
No, he was out there first.
That's right. All right, boys.
All right.
Good job. We'll talk to you during our first intermission report. There they go, Bobby the Chief Taylor, Eric Erlandson, Ben Pierce. Hey, you can join our Lightning Watch Party presented by Milagro this Friday at Yeoman's in downtown Tampa. The party kicks off at 6 as the Bolts take on the Blackhawks. Join us for memorabilia giveaways, drink specials, and a rockin' party with Thunderbug and Blue Crew. For more info, go to TampaBayLightning.com/watch parties. All right, when we return, we'll talk to the guys calling this game tonight. Of course, the radio voice of the Lightning, Dave Michigan, the Hall of Famer Dave Andrechuk in for Phil Esposito. Back after this on Lightning Radio.
As part of our 90th anniversary celebration, we have enhanced our cash-out refinance home loan. With our new limit, you can now receive up to 90% of your loan to value, providing you with more flexibility and financial freedom. If you have a $400,000 home, receive up to $360,000 with your cash-out refinance. Jumbo loans over $850,000 are available. Get cash for hurricane season, school expenses, or upcoming holidays. Ask about our new rates or learn more at gtefinancial.org/home refi.
Hey, Lightning fans, don't let cold and flu symptoms keep you on the bench. Power through your day with Mucinex Kickstart. Fast, all-in-one, and done relief with a jolt of instant cooling sensation. That's a game-winning play. Relief with a kick. Mucinex Kickstart. Go Bolts. Use as directed.
Does your business need food service or housekeeping supplies? The MVPs at Imperial Dade distribute over 60,000 items, including cleaning chemicals and janitorial supplies, food service packaging, paper products, floor maintenance equipment, and more. The experts at Imperial Dade can recommend environmentally preferable options and help with labor reduction strategies. Imperial Dade has been serving businesses in Florida for over 80 years and has locations throughout the Sunshine State. Imperial Dade is a proud supporter of the University of South Florida and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Visit imperialdade.com to learn more.
School is back in session, but it's time to trade that number 2 pencil for a torque wrench, that protractor for a rivet gun, and that classroom for an airplane hangar. At National Aviation Academy, you can learn to work on and maintain aircraft in as little as 14 months. Call 800-659-2080 or visit wingmenwanted.com. Apply now. Visit wingmenwanted.com. For more information about our statistics, visit naa.edu/consumer-information.
Your team always knows how to stay cool under pressure, and so does Cox Heating and Air Conditioning. If your AC is skating on thin ice, turn to your trusted Carrier experts for over 60 years at Cox Heating and Air Conditioning. Right now, you can get the Cox Personalized Maintenance Plan. For only $110 for first-time customers, our certified technicians visit your home twice a year and keep you cool. So when your home feels more like a penalty box, it's Cox Heating and Air Conditioning for the win. Go to coxair.com today. License number CAC 1816108.
Hi, I'm Patrick Thomas.
And I'm Heather Thomas from Bolt Electric, where we believe that the right way is the only way to do home electrical.
We believe the National Electrical Code is really the minimum standard, not the maximum standard.
We believe you deserve better electrical parts and better service.
We believe in ongoing training for our electricians.
Because there's no end to learning and improving.
Because at Bolt, we believe your safety is our core priority. Electrical problem? Call Bolt.
Online at boltelectric.com.
My name is Attorney Bill Sansoni. You might know me as Dead Air Sansoni from the Ask the Dom show. I represent people accused in crimes in Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco, Manatee, Polk, and Sarasota counties. I also represent clients in federal court across the country. If you have been arrested or accused of a crime, call me, Bill Dead Air Sansoni, at 813-361-0874 or online at sansoni-law.com. Offices.
The Bone, WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete, and 107.3 WXGL HD2, St. Pete. The Bone is the official Tampa Bay Lightning radio station.
This season of the Tampa Bay Lightning is presented by Advent Health.
Gets a left circle, zips it to Kucherov right circle. Center's point, shoots, score! Score!
It's time to be the Thunder.
Rated point! Wow. Rated point! Wow.
Tonight's broadcast of the Tampa Bay Lightning is presented by Spectrum. It's only